Then I got a kick out of it. Moody, most accurate kicker Michigan has ever had. Charles C., the kicker, the tight end picks were BS. We're mad as hell lately. Hey, listen, I tell you what to do. I am going to try to remain neutral on this situation because check out Lombardi. I watch Lombardi religiously. Lombardi will put a positive spin on this. So, he'll make sense of it. I cannot. I cannot. But anyway, round 3, we 87. We trade up with the Vikings. Ji'Ayir Brown, Penn State. He could replace Jimmy. As Tony pointed out, though, he's a strong safety. But Jimmy, the word was Jimmy could play both strong safety and free safety. So I don't know. I hope so. And if Wilkes likes him, then I like him. I'll do that right now. Brown's collected 4 INTs. He collected 4 INTs and had 4.5 sacks last year in 2022, last season, should I say. And he could be a nice weapon alongside Talanoa Hufanga, as the write-ups are already out. Round number 3, 99 overall pick, special, compensatory. He is Jake Moody. I'm going to tell you this right now, though. And Tony also pointed out as well. We'll probably we may end up being grateful for this. Jake Moody was definitely going to get picked up soon, probably in the next round. We don't have a kicker. We have Zane. I guess Jake just took Zane's job. They had some kind of bizarre deal going on with Zane and whatever team he came from, which I forgot. But I suspect Jake's going to come in and take that job now. Jake won the 2021 Lou Grasso Award winner and should replace Robbie Gould. The write-up says, Moody also connected on 52 of 60 field goals over the past 2 years. You know what? That's 8 misses. Robbie missed a string of them last year. You know what? They're about the same over the past 2 seasons. Okay. But you know what? Here's the thing about Robbie. And as Tony pointed out earlier, he hasn't made a field goal over 40 yards. Now, they say he's consistent for 40 yards out, not so much beyond that. Is that something they can develop over maturity? Or I figure Jake's somewhere in his early 20s, right? Or, I do not like watching football games. I'm sitting there and I'm losing my mind because as the kicker walks on the field, no. Come on, Jake. Oh, Jake, please. And it's to the uprights. That's down. 49ers win. That I can take. Or else. And that ball is just barely right. Did it? Okay, we're going to be okay. It's not happening. Jake Moody's going to be fine. And then, of course, round 3, pick 101 compensatory. Cameron Latu, tight end. With me, just because of his pedigree, he went to Bama. That's all I need to know. 6'4", 242 pounds. He caught 56 balls over the past 2 years, but will provide depth behind GK at the outset of his career. I'm C-. Jimmy, that's right. Where's he from? Michigan. He did that in freezing weather. Oh, GB, my dude. You know what? That makes a hell of a difference, actually. He's going to be in California. Let's give him another 10 yards minimum. I didn't think about that. Tony, I got to get back to I got to sit to it. Tony, he did that out in freezing weather. Remember, Robbie might have not been able to do that in freezing weather. I'm feeling better. Ready. I like this. Fam, I think what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and get you on the phone. And go ahead. It's fitting. Big Show's been telling you about Jake Moody. It's fitting that the Big Show's on the phone. I see his name on the list first. I don't hate on Jake. I'm not hating him. I just thought we could have got something we could have needed as far as a player on the field more.
Jack
Uh,
is back.
Jack, wait, Jack, hold on, Jack, because Big Show's been saying, well, it's a big show. Gold kicked in a snowstorm. Okay, that's true. Ian Sharp's got him right there, you know. Uh, Big Show,
Yes.
Show. Uh, it's been the chat just educated me on that. Michigan's freezing ass. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're in the Midwest.
He might be a
And this
little
is,
better than 40-yard kicker. Yeah.
yeah, and this is exactly the kicker that I have been vouching for since Robbie Gould's
I know.
departure.
You know.
Because
I seen your box.
I've had him in every single mock that I sent you, and also
Yeah.
the ones you presented
Yeah.
last week, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And
I ain't mad.
it was an obvious need, and nobody was talking about it, and I was shocked because they were ignoring it the whole entire time we were talking about the draft and the needs that we're going to be selecting and everything like that. But nobody was talking about a kicker, and they were just holding on to hope, I guess, on Zane
He'll
Gonzalez.
be there
But
later.
Zane Gonzalez was a horrible kicker, and there's a reason why he's been on multiple teams, and he also was injured last year. And Jake Moody is the best kicker in the draft this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people need to calm down a little bit because pick 101 is basically like an early round, fourth round pick. And Jake Moody would have been gone, I think, in the middle of the fourth round.
Yeah, because the Dallas Cowboys need a kicker. I mean, they need him
Exactly.
really bad, and they would have took him. That's true.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not too mad about it. I mean, yes, we do need offensive line help badly, but we also needed a kicker because were we really going to rely on Zane Gonzalez when it comes down to if we're down 3 points?
That whole
in the
deal
last
was a
game of the
conditional
season?
deal. In case we can't find anybody else, we'll keep you. He knew.
So, and also Cameron Latu, he's a great receiving tight end and is exactly the perfect replacement. He's about 6'6", 285 pounds. He's exactly the he'll yolk up a little bit more.
Wait. Show. You're talking about Latu, right? He's 6'4".
Yeah, Cameron Latu.
242. Anyway, that's big enough.
I'm sorry?
He's gonna get NFL bigger. What you said he was how big?
Oh, I thought he was. I'm sorry. I thought he was 6'6", but
no, he's 6'4".
It said he's 6'5" on his
the guy wanted
6'5", 1.96. So I just rounded it up to 6'6". So
anyway, he's got he's from Bama, and that's all I wanted to know. And I want to see him in action.
And this is also basically another late round fourth pick or early beginning of the fourth round. And he was another need because George Kittle, he's not got much time left with us. I mean, I know he loves the WWE and he wants to go to WWE so bad.
He can't wait.
And yeah.
That's fine. George has got to win a Super Bowl first, though. I like Latu in there because, Dwell is still going to get some playing time, most likely, though. And I don't know what Charlie Warner. How many tight ends are we going to carry, Joe?
3. I think Dwelly is the odd man out.
Think so?
Because Warner's a better blocker than Dwelly.
That's true, isn't it? In fact, yeah. Charlie's gotten pretty good at the blocking. And we already sent Tyler Croft home, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we do. I hope we trade it back into the fourth round, but we have our luck in the fifth round, and that's where we find most of our gems. And I think we'll be going offensive line. And hopefully DeJuan Jones falls to us. I don't know why he's still on the board. That's a little shocking to me.
I want to find out about that. Because I didn't know about Levi until I read the reports earlier today, and I said, "Oh, Pop was actually right on that." I mean, Pop's right all the time anyway. But the toe was mentioned, and said that's what made people go sour on him. So, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I wanted to say tonight. I mean,
You got a grade for this?
It was obvious we needed a kicker, and I'm shocked that nobody picked a kicker any of their mocks. Did Tony from Hawaii pick a kicker in this mock that he presented to you on your show?
I'd have to go back and look. Maybe. I think maybe. Well, so you're going to give this, you sound like you're going to give this today a B at minimum.
I would give it a B, yeah, absolutely, because those were big needs right there. The departure of Jimmy Ward, obviously, that was a huge need. And he's going to be Gibson's future replacement with the Brown selection, that Ji'Ayir Brown, the selection that we made. Cameron Latu is going to eventually be Kittle's replacement, and we obviously needed a kicker, so that's a good start right there. I mean, I'm not too disappointed in it.
So shut your simple ass up. You know you did not predict this
Jack,
shit.
don't be rude. Jack, did you have a counter for this? Go ahead, since you're on the phone already.
Well, all I'm trying to say is, man, quit trying to act like you predicted this shit.
He did.
You act like all the goddamn time like you
But
predicted
Jack,
this shit. Hey,
every one of his mocks
predict this shit, but
Jack,
you know what?
Every one of his mocks did have it.
I'm kind of stutter mode again, because Jack be stuttering when I see something
noticed
good.
that.
But this boy's twitchy. He's good. We don't got Jimmy Ward. I see what they're doing.
All right, Jack.
It wouldn't have been my thing, but
Jack, I thought you just
I'm
wanted.
telling you right now, y'all are all confused right now because you slipped.
Jack, hold on. You cut show off. You're next, though. Hold on. Show, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought Jack was going to say something about that particular statement, but he went on and on. Jack, hold on. All right.
Yeah, but that's. I'm not disappointed with today. That's pretty much what we needed to do. I mean, a lot of people thought we were going to go like straight defense, which is what everyone wants to do every single year. And
Show hates that. You know what? That's interesting, Show. We didn't. We went defense. We split it. One defender.
Yeah, we split it between
one
special
offense
teams,
and a kicker.
defense, and
we hit every unit.
And a tight end.
Yeah. Offense, defense, special teams.
Yeah, our special teams is a huge weakness on our part, on our team right now. So.
Well, he'll be in camp next week.
Jack Moody improves that.
Yeah. So B is minimum grade. Show actually, you almost sound as if you want to give it an A minus.
No, I'm not quite there yet, because I really wanted offensive line bad, and I had us taking Moody in the 7th, but
okay. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
you
but
weren't
still,
all okay.
I still, like the kicker was a need, but I didn't realize he would be picked this high.
I was shocked. So we're gonna run out of time. Let's.
Yeah. All right, for sure. Shout out to
let's get
everyone.
together on Sunday.
Shout out to TNT fam. All right, take care.
And go over this draft. All right, fam. Appreciate your show. Good night. All right, Jack. Jack, don't pick up a boy's show. I like show. Jack.
Am I there? Am I in?
Yeah, there you are. Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I like me some show. I like me some show too. But,
okay.
But goddamn, I like me some show too. But goddamn, Roberto Iago? Are you killing me? Are you kidding me?
Who was that?
The highest kicker of all time, or goddamn, the highest drafted kicker is Roberto Iago. Jake fucking Moody.
Yeah. Jack,
Who the fuck are you? You gotta be kidding me tonight, man.
Jack, please don't get too angry.
You know what I'm saying?
Ladies are listening. Okay.
I'm gonna calm it down.
Right, please.
Ronbo, for you. Yeah, I'm gonna calm it
I
down.
appreciate that.
Because I respect you. And we got a
Thank you,
long
Jack.
history. And we ain't gonna go. We are not gonna make people look stupid like Go Hard with this tuna sandwich tonight. All right?
Hey, you know what?
All
I
I'm
saw Go
saying
Hard in the
is-
chat.
Did you?
Yeah, he came by. I saw.
It's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's like he got Alzheimer's disease once Jack put him in that position. I don't know what the hell happened to him. What is it about me when people try to get at me and I gotta shut them down? They got Alzheimer's disease or some Parkinson's. What's going on, man?
Jack-
Tell Go Hard come back up in here.
Jack, he was during the draft. I don't know where he is now, But I was talking to Tony, so I was getting
Listen.
back to him.
All I'm saying is,
Well, Jack,
okay, the
give me some
safety.
assessments on this draft.
I see why. I see why we got the safety. Okay. I like his twitchiness. You know what I'm saying? It took me a week because of all the shit I'm going through in Europe with my businesses over here. But I couldn't tune in. And I told you, I'm going to give it to you. I gave you Nick Herbig. But you know what? Right. This kid actually, he's a slow kid. He's slow, but 4.65, 40. But you know what? I like his twitchiness, Ronbo.
Nick Herbig?
You know what? But it takes, since I told you guys about Jamal Adams, and we got a GM as a safety. It took us this long to have a safety as our first pick. So congratulations. This is a John Lynch pick right here.
No, actually, it was a Keith Wilkes pick.
Or maybe it's a Steve Wilkes pick. You're right. Maybe it's Steve Wilkes because I like this boy's nastiness. I like his nastiness. I hate the kicker, but I like the safety's nastiness. You know what I'm saying?
But you
maybe
like
he could contribute. You're right. But God, are you serious?
I know.
I don't like kickers. I do not like kickers, bro. I don't even like Robbie Gould. I think he's overpaid.
Come on, Jack, that's blasphemy. You gotta like Robbie.
I don't give a damn. Man, I bet you Ronbo kicks better field goals than this kid coming out right now.
No, Jake's good.
Because I want to finish. I want to finish this off by saying, listen, me and Ronbo both play safety. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the thing with safety is we weren't the fastest guys. That's why we weren't cornerbacks. But, you know, we have the intangibles and we have the charisma. That's why we're safeties. So I'm believing in this pick like I did when I said, bro, don't draft Terry Lance, but we got him. But you know what? I'm going to hold my breath and I'm going to keep it pushing. Okay. And, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to speak too much, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Wow. Wow. You know what? This is the first time, this is the first draft that Jack's jaw is dropped downer than E40 tonight, everybody.
Jack, you know what?
So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Wait till tomorrow. All right. We didn't have a first round or a second round, but let's wait till tomorrow, and you could be excited about what happens tomorrow. All right. Carter Warren, I haven't heard his name picked yet.
Well, finally, somebody said that. All right.
I took notes.
All right, I feel you, though. I feel you.
Right.
Hey, but you know what? I like this kid's twitchiness. I like his nastiness, and I think he could do something. But 4.65, damn, that's slow if you want to go up against Kansas City or Tyreek Hill type of. Okay,
some of these guys are quick.
I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
All right.
Okay, all right. But goddamn, man.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, fam. I'll see you Sunday, okay? And we'll give a great overall for this. All right, Jack.
All right, tell Papa John I said hi. He ain't Papa Dragon no more.
Stop.
He's Papa John.
Night, Jack. Or should I say good day? Jack's going into his day. All right, Jack. Talk to you later. Yo, Bill.
I'll be back.
Bill?
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on a second, bro. I'm here. How you doing?
Well, Bill, we're still, a lot of us are reeling over the Jake Moody pick, but you know what? That show might be right. It's like an early fourth round pick anyway. I don't know that we should have waited. And your favorite team was going to grab Jake Moody if they got the chance because Dallas's kickers.
That ain't my favorite team. It's the
Dallas,
kick the bully.
Bill, Dallas has got one of the worst kickers in the league, and they were not going to let Jake Moody slide. So, you know, we probably did the right thing.
Yeah, we did the right thing about getting the kicker. I thought about it when the pick first came, and I was thinking Dallas. I remember Dallas's kicker couldn't score if his life depended on it.
He was just awful. Oh, my God, he's bad. So we needed to get this before. I don't know. I've not heard about any other. Nobody talks about any other kickers in this draft either. Jake Moody's name is the name in this year's draft as far as kickers.
I think we made a really good choice.
I'm warming up to it. I'm starting to feel a little better about it. I like our safety.
Yeah.
And just because the kid went to Bama, I like me some. What's his name again?
The
Matu.
tight end, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember his name. The tight end. I think we did. I give
Cameron.
it a B plus. Just because yeah, I give it a B plus, man. I gotta give it a B plus. I think we did good. I really did.
Special team,
We
offense,
could
defense, or defense, special teams, offense.
I mean, there really wasn't really any good wide receivers left that I've seen that Kansas City took Rice. I think if Rice would have been on the board, we would have grabbed him instead of Moody. So,
We don't really need. Actually, when you think about it, we don't really have a huge need for wide receiver. If they were going to get one, and I can
let
see
me ask you a question. That Rice guy that Kansas City got, is he related to Jerry Rice?
his name is Rice. I doubt. Whoa, Jerry does have a son. I don't know that was he in the draft this year, because usually they make a lot of noise about legendary fathers having kids in the draft.
I do not know if he's related to Jerry Rice. That's the only thing I got to look up.
Yeah, I don't
His
know.
name, if everybody can look that up and see if that was a relative of Jerry Rice or if it's just a name.
Yeah, and Jerry does have a son, and I'm sure he plays wide receiver. So I don't know. I don't think so though. Or that would have
I
been.
hope not, because if that's the case, that'll be the only reason to trade Brandon Ayuk. I'm sorry, but Jerry Rice's son over Brandon Ayuk. Bye, Brandon.
Bill, remember, DNA is one thing, but inheriting ability is not. Some of the.
Ooh, you don't know the Rice family too well, do you?
Well, I know. I've heard about Jerry's son. I've not heard about what he's done. I've heard Frank Gore's son is pretty good. He's not Frank Gore good, but wait a minute. Actually, he did some special things. I don't know. It's just you got to. If his name is Rice, you just can't draft him on the strength of his name alone.
The Mannies, look at the Mannies have panned out. Look at Peyton, 2 Super Bowls. Eli, 2 Super Bowls. His dad, no Super Bowls.
But his dad was.
Archie
was definitely special. All right, you know what? I withdraw my statement then. Maybe DNA does have a lot to do with football prowess. Look at the Bosas. There's the biggest and best example. I mean, the father, his boys, beast, all of them, Pro Bowlers. So yeah, I take that back. You're right, Bill. If his name is Rice, but it's not Jerry's kid. They would have made a big deal about that. I don't think so.
Well, I sure hope. I sure hope it's not, because if it is, oh my gosh, Kansas City got a steal, and I don't want that. So
I would bet against it. That's not Jerry's kid.
I need a Niners shout out, and we're going to see how tomorrow pans out. Are they going through Sunday or Saturday the last day?
Tomorrow's the last day. This is not tomorrow's the last day. 3-day event. It's been 2 days. Yeah, Bill, it's the thing is we're going to do best as we always do in the 5th round. And we got to get rid of that 7th round picking. We need, if anything, I want another 6th round pick. So we'd have to give up one of them 5s. I don't know who'd be, I don't know. Anyway, Bill, I will talk to you Sunday. We're going to give grades on this whole thing. Are you ready? Mama, don't let your baby.
So, Ronbo, you say that the draft happens on Sunday or Saturday?
No, they're finished tomorrow. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday event, and
All right, well, I will see you then. And every Niners, be happy, be faithful. We're getting needs. We can say we want something, but Kyle's going to get what we need.
Well, yeah.
So you have a nice day, Niner fans. Now, shout out to all of them. Chill. Peace out. And by the way, Cowboys, no matter who you pick up, you'll never win a Super Bowl. Peace out.
Good night, Bill. Now, see, here we go. Either talk to Lombardi or you talk to Phil. We got Chill Pill. Phil!
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Phil. The more I sit about here, I'm okay. Go ahead. Talk to us.
I thought we needed a safety. I mean, that's something we needed. Tosh Gibson we don't have a backup for him, and he was contemplating retirement. So I think they moved up, got the guy. This guy from Penn State, Ji'Ayir, he had 10 picks. In college, that's a lot. So he's a ball hawk.
Yeah.
So, and he can play the box too. He can play one single high, or he can play the box.
Mm-hmm. It's versatility. You got to have that.
And the Niners like that. So, yeah, it's something we had to do. But we had to move up to get him, and it cost us a third, a fifth, and a seventh, I believe.
And and Phil, we don't need all those picks. I'm not even worried about losing picks this year. The 49ers don't have to let those kids go somewhere where they can get a job. They're not going to get a job in San Francisco. You're going to get beat out and you're going to get cut.
Well, they'll get a job on our practice squad.
Oh, that's not good. So they need to go somewhere where they can compete for.
No, but I mean, I thought Moody was a little rich. I mean, even Big Show had him going in the 7th round, but you're right about Dallas. And Dallas kind of stole the tight end I wanted.
Yeah.
Luke, what is his school, whatever his name is.
Shoemaker. I knew
Shoemaker.
Yeah, I knew Shoemaker wasn't going to last too much longer. They'd already picked up all the other premier tight ends.
Yeah, so when the tight ends started going, real
fast in the second round, didn't they?
Thought, okay, we're not.
Oh man,
we have to grab one in the 3rd, or else there might not be any left in the 5th. So I think if there's a tight end there in the 5th, like the kid from Cincinnati, I think we might pick him also. But Freeland was there, the tackle from BYU,
mm-hmm.
and in the 3rd, and I thought the tight end from Alabama was a reach, but I think they had to get one because they're short on tight ends. They only have 3 on the roster right now.
Yeah,
so
they cussed what's his name out and told him to get the hell out of here after that game. What's it, Croft?
Yeah.
Tyler Croft, yeah.
Croft.
So you're right.
And as far as Moody goes, here's the thing. You'll never have to have Moody tackle a guy on a kickoff return like Robbie did. I was so tired of kickoffs landing on, being caught on the 10-yard line.
Because Robbie's leg was getting weak. Yeah.
This kid can boom it out of the end zone every time. I mean, there's not going to be a run back.
I do enjoy that.
Also, he can kick at 60. So
hey, Phil, he's Michigan. I forgot about the weather conditions. I'd forgotten all about that. If he can kick that consistent in a refrigerator, what's he going to be like in California? But I think he's probably going to be really special. So I'm done talking bad about Jake.
A little more wind in California, though.
Yeah, but that ice cold air weighs that ball down.
No, but he's got a strong leg. There's no doubt about it, and he's pretty accurate. I think he missed 1 field goal in his career. So, he's a good kicker, no doubt about it. And we've got him for 4 years at a rookie contract.
Yep.
And that's going to save us money in the long term.
Yeah.
I mean, Robbie was making $5-6 mil.
That's right.
And this kid's going to make $700K for 4 years.
Is that is that the going rate for a kicker or starting salary?
Oh, rookies.
Yep. Well, being a kicker too, because
Robbie was getting top dollar for a kicker.
I know, but he was worth every bit of it until his leg gave out. Yeah.
But anyway, I think the Niners did what they had to do, considering the situation. There wasn't a lot of tight ends
left
that slipped down,
yeah.
And so they had to pick one. I would have liked to get Freeland to tackle.
Yeah, he ain't going to be there in the 5th round, Phil. He
No,
goes tomorrow.
He's not.
In the 4th round.
He's going to be gone, for sure.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have gotten him instead of maybe the tight end and waited for the tight end, but we couldn't wait because tight end's a need.
Yeah, and they're sweeping through them fast now.
Tackle's kind of a luxury. So,
Phil, I got
the
the
Niners
need a tackle next year.
McKivitz can do the job because
Who? McKivitz.
they were shopping McGlinchey last year.
I know.
And so that tells you that they were confident that McGlinchey could take the job back then.
You mean, yeah, McKivitz. But McKivitz, then he got hurt.
So I think I think the Niners are in good shape. We're fine.
Yeah, and it's just only the first day they got to pick. It's going to be interesting to see how they handle tomorrow and what the picks are.
And the funny thing is, the Rams, their first pick was a guard or center. For the Rams, he's going to have to play guard and center
at the same time. Hike the ball and shift. You know, I mean, they got so many needs.
Their offensive line is so bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
Even the announcers talked about it during the game. The NFL Network. They're just a hot mess. Okay, just say it like it is.
Yep. Anyway, Ronbo, I'll let you go.
All right, Phil.
I mean, I think we did okay. We filled our needs. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean,
and so now we just draft for best available player.
Yeah, actually, you're right. They'll probably maybe one offensive lineman, but after that, just whatever.
Maybe an offensive lineman, maybe another tight end.
Yeah,
and then maybe a running back or two. Who knows?
Phil, running back is guaranteed, as is a wide receiver. It's a little late though, but we'll see how good they're going to be.
Yeah. I think wide receiver, running back, offensive lineman, and a tight end.
Kyle collects them. Some people collect beer cans and things like that. Not Kyle. He collects running backs and wide receivers. So yeah.
All right, man.
All right, Phil. See you Sunday. We'll get some grades on this overall thing. All right.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Are you having a show after tomorrow?
No, we're gonna wait till Sunday. Tomorrow is usually you don't get a good look at players on that third day anyway. They just usually run through really quick. They're reading things. The ticker tape is running below.
Right.
It's just really it's not a real fun thing to watch anyway. But anyway, all right, Phil.
All right.
Have a great night.
Right, talk to you later.
Looking forward. Bye, Phil. Blake Freeland. Blake's a tight end, right? Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. I've decided to stop being bothered by the fact that we picked up Jake in round 3. It was close to round 4, so I'm okay with that.
Hey, I wasn't mad about the first pick was good. Got the guy from Penn State. That was pretty good.
Yeah. We needed a safety. A young safety.
And I sure knew Moody was going to come to us because I'm a big Michigan fan. I wanted Moody to come with us.
And we need a kicker badly.
Being a Michigan college football fan, being a big fan of Michigan, I wanted Moody with us.
All right.
I didn't want him with Cowboys because they already stole one of my favorite tight ends.
Yep, because he was definitely going to go to Dallas if he went to the 49ers if they got a chance.
They took one of our guys that we wanted, so we're to take back what they wanted, the kicker.
And see, Michael, from what you're saying, the Cowboys are still in the same misery next year with that kicker they have. That is one of the worst I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of bad kickers. Yeah. Good, Dallas.
I mean, the next available kicker I would think in the draft would be the guy from North Carolina State. Maybe they'll just target that Dallas, the North Carolina State guy. That'll be their guy, probably.
There's a lot of bad kickers out there, Michael. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I think the next round. Now we're not picking to what round? We're not 5, right? No, 4, right? We lost.
Yeah, we don't have a 4 unless we get trade back up into it.
5. Somehow. I think. I mean, the guy
said running
back. I don't think he's running back. I say we got to get off with like an offense, or maybe go after another, deep corner, maybe a corner or a safety.
We've already got a safety.
Or get a.
I don't know if they're going to get any more defensive backs.
Cornerback. Cornerback.
It's a little late in the draft. Well, maybe you might find one a good one. It's a little late in the draft for corner.
Hey,
if you're going to get a corner, you need to get
guys later on. There's always sleepers, but the Niners always find
that
turn out to be gems, too.
That's true.
Now the guy was talking about Jerry Rice's son. No, Jerry Rice's son plays for Southern Cal. Because I watched Jerry Rice versus Emmitt Smith's son when they played Southern Cal versus Stanford.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think
Yeah,
there would have been a big deal out of that.
It would have been a big hype in day one.
Oh,
It would have been a
God,
big
yes.
hype in day one.
We didn't
You
even
know?
talk about that.
No, I think he's only a junior, I think, or he'll be a senior. I don't know. You know, Jerry's son.
Yeah,
I mean, he's great. Don't get me wrong. He is good. I see him play against Stanford, against Emmitt Smith's son.
yeah. Well, he's not graduated yet. He hasn't
I mean,
declared for the draft.
like, even with the tight end from Alabama, I'm like, I wanted the guy from Cincinnati over him.
Well,
I
what's
think we
his
should have
name?
took the guy from Cincinnati. Oh, that's one. You know, the guy from Cincinnati. We should have took him instead of the Alabama guy. Because the Alabama guy, I'm afraid. You know what I mean?
How come?
I don't know. This was. Well, you know what? I can't be afraid because we got to try it out. I mean, if the coach knows what he sees in them and we don't, we got to go with what Coach Shanahan says.
Exactly.
You know?
Because you had other choices. Why'd you pick him?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I give everybody who we drafted a fair chance. I mean, it can't be anything worse. You know, we got to
have
get
faith
him
in
around
this,
it.
and Matu.
I do. I have faith in him too. No,
Yeah.
I have faith. When I saw the draft picks, some guys like, oh, that's a big mistake. I said, well, why would it be a big mistake? Shanahan knows what's right and what's wrong. You know, when you're a coach, you know what you're drafting.
Well, he's had some questionable moments, but maybe not this time. I mean, yeah.
No,
I just like
I mean-
him because where he's played and what he must have learned. I mean, Saban,
Yeah,
you
but he
can't
came
get a
from a
better
good coach. His coach was great. Coach was great.
That's what I'm saying.
Saban,
Yes.
go for those Alabama boys too. Those,
That's what I'm going by. His coaching,
Yeah, no, I mean,
his institution,
Yeah.
a Bama product, I'll take it. So,
I'm, what I said. I mean, and like you said, the UCLA quarterback is out there, but we'll pick him up later on. I'm not worried about him right away.
Oh, I forgot
don't
all
think
about
anybody
him. Everybody else did too.
I
Dorian.
think he's going to slip to San Francisco. I think somehow.
You know what? We got 1/5. We got 3 fifth-round picks. Michael Dorian's
We
going to
can
be
move
one
up
of them.
again. We can move up again if we have to.
You don't need to. If they haven't picked up Dorian
No.
by now, he's being overlooked. He'll be a 5th-round pick.
Yeah, because I don't think there's any other team. Who else is an EDT quarterback? Minnesota's one. Seattle's two.
They're not going to pick Dorian. Oh.
No.
Oh.
You never know.
The Hawks.
Seattle.
Pete
The
Carroll
Hawks
likes
could
his
pick him
style.
up. Know why? Because you know how the coach is.
That's what I said. That's Carroll's
Seattle
style.
could pick him up, and that could be you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could be the future in Seattle, maybe. You don't know how long this could be. You never know how long this guy's going to, You don't know how good he's going to be next year, this quarterback that they have right now. So if Seattle gets him, Minnesota gets him as a future, maybe.
Well, Michael?
Who else needs a quarterback? Tampa Bay.
Rams.
Rams. Well, Rams.
Listen,
Even the Cowboys. Let's say the Cowboys. They shouldn't need a quarterback. Their quarterback Prescott's interception prone. They need a quarterback that's no interception prone.
Michael, here's the thing. Stafford, Dak, and Dorian all have INT issues that are really way above average. So,
Oh, yeah.
Michael,
Bad enough this year.
we got to go. I'll see you.
All right, so I'll see you Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday. All right, buddy. Yeah, you have a good night. Have a good night, 49 Empire. Good draft tonight, guys.
There you go. I think in the chat I was laughing because somebody said that Latu is, who was that said Latu's? George Kittle. If he is, maybe that's the 49ers saw. If Latu, George Kittle, Latu, I won't say. Maybe he's a tough guy. Is this Charles who loves Demo? Charles. I'm gonna say, hey Charles, I'm gonna start calling you Demo Charles. Charles Demo.
Ronbo, I'm hurt
my
right now,
co-host,
man.
Your co-host got right with you tonight. As I said, you know what? Remember, Demo is on one side. I don't know if the 49ers is going to be drafting a cornerback, and Tony went to work on Demo worse than you did.
Man, I'm telling you.
Demo,
Look,
we got 38 jersey.
Man, when I saw the first pick, I was disappointed. But I said, okay, but I like it. I saw his highlights. I saw his highlight last week, and I thought, I thought he was pretty good. I saw before I saw his 40 time, I saw how slow he
He's
is.
not real fast.
And but you know, he can play. He can play the position. You know, he's a ball hawk,
Yeah. He's
and
got a
that's
lot
what
of
we need.
INTs.
That's you can always. I mean, you can do sprints and improve your straight line run time. You can improve your speed by doing sprinting and by doing hills. But his
Charles, you know
intent.
what? INTs is about football IQ. Some guys have that ability, that fifth that sense to do that. Not everybody can do that. So you're right.
It's like Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Ed Reed. He wasn't the fastest guy, but he could play free safety.
He knew where the ball was going. They got that GPS. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so but you know the kicker position, I was depressed about. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed, man. Because we sit here and we wait the whole year season,
For the draft.
To see what our team is gonna pick. Like I said, I just knew with one of those picks in the third round, we getting Demo's replacement, and I didn't get nothing, man. I was waiting for a Christmas tree. I was waiting for a Christmas gift under the tree, and I didn't get nothing. And so,
yeah. All right, Charles.
I ain't getting
Tomorrow,
nothing, man.
Tomorrow's going to pick up a lot of picks. You may be satisfied with what you see tomorrow. It's just today the 49ers.
Man.
Hey, but what you think about Cameron Latu though, the tight end? Because I love that dude.
All right, thanks, Zach. Charles, what do you think about Latu?
I saw his highlights. I mean, he plays with heart. He's undersized for a tight end. He's undersized for tight end. He was hitting because a lot of, Alabama has a lot of talent already.
But Charles,
he's a good number 2 tight end.
Charles, he's not that
a good
small.
number 2 tight end. He's going to go into the body. Yeah, but he is. He's 6'4", 242 pounds. That's small for a tight end.
He's just a child. Let him. He'll be weighing 245 to 250.
I mean, I got that. Like I said, I was hoping for a level.
Charles, we got reception things going on here. Charles? We lost Charles. C&D, we don't have needs to the velocity that you guys do. We don't need to make blockbuster shots every time. Why? Charles?
Yeah, hello.
Oh, there you are. No, I was talking to Gene D in the draft. Gene D talking about how bad our draft was. See, the Hawks need things. We don't really need a lot of things. But go ahead, Charles. Charles, we're still not connecting.
Hello?
Yeah. Now I can hear you now. Let's see if it stays. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to get somebody to show the other side of the cornerback position and the challenge.
Charles,
challenge that and to show up that right tackle.
Yeah, Charles, I think I know what the problem is. Are you using Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it off.
Yeah, for some reason it has a problem.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. Oh, much better, Charles. It's louder and clearer too. All right. Go ahead, Charles.
All right. Well, like I said, man, I'm still waiting to get Demo's replacement because we need somebody who's 6'2", who runs at least a 4.4, and who can cover. He's 5'10".
He's real physical.
Oftentimes he plays like he got 2 left feet.
There was 2 guys.
Oftentimes he plays like he got 2 left feet.
the thing is that there's a couple players that went earlier in the draft that you would have been so happy with. In fact, I was delighted. I was thinking, there was a kid who's 6'2", long limbs, famous for his INTs and disruption. They left early, but that's why they left, though, because they got those dimensions. He's fast too.
Oh yeah.
Who was that?
Oh yeah.
Actually, the Hawks picked him up. One of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw him. That was their first pick, and when they picked him up, I said, "Hey, that was a really good pick. We gotta deal with. I don't know what he's gonna do against us because Shanahan's offense. You don't know who's gonna get the ball where.
Yeah, no, that's the point. That's like
so
you know what though? Pete Carroll that's the only competition in the NFC West. The Hawks are always competitive. This is that's what I like about the organization. I don't like their fans, but the organization stays competitive.
Oh yeah. But they need so much help on the offensive line and the pass rush. I'm surprised they didn't get. Why didn't they get that defensive tackle out of Georgia? They just let him go. Why? They need help with their pass rush.
Pete Carroll, he's a secondary guy. Charles, we're going to run out of time. I'll be back Sunday, and we get final grades. We may be happy as could be tomorrow. You may see a long, lean cornerback in the 5th round, and he'd probably be better than everybody in the 1st and 2nd round.
Hopefully so, man. I'm really disappointed in what we picked, but we'll get better.
Yeah, dude. All right, Charles. Appreciate
All right,
you.
Love you, Ronbo.
Yeah, I love
Have
you,
a good
man,
night.
fam. I'll see you Sunday. And your area code is 925.
Hey, how's it going?
That's going okay. I was a little disturbed a little while ago when Jake Moody got picked, but now that I realize you need Jake Moody, you really do. But Robbie Gould, Zane Gonzalez, I was going to pass out if Zane Gonzalez came out there and missed more than once. Then I figured Zane's going to do that again. Lost the game. Guys, do you realize we're 3-3, and 2 of those losses was because we couldn't get these field goals in? I don't want to go through that. So Jake probably saved us from that. But what is your name?
My name is Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
I'm a family of big Michigan people, and I'll make you definitely feel better about the Jake Moody.
What are the chances you talking about Jake Moody and a guy from Michigan supports Michigan's cause? Go ahead, fill us in. We all need to hear this.
Oh, yeah. So the thing about Jake Moody, you talk about the Cowboys. Jake Moody, by the way, he's like 148 for 148 in extra points. By the way, he's top in 2021 kicker of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was 4th in touchbacks last year. Didn't win kicker of the year because Michigan weather, all that stuff. And then he was 2nd in touchbacks this year.
It's cold in Michigan. I forgot about that.
And the other guy couldn't pronounce that Roberto Aguayo's name. The reason with him, he played in Florida. Easy to kick there. Played at Florida State. I'm sorry.
Warm as can be. Yeah. You should be a good kicker if you're a kicker. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. And one more thing to say, though, especially about when people complain about the draft, people need to stop worrying about the Niners in the draft. People forget, right? Trey Greenlaw, 5th round pick. Ufanga, 5th round pick. Kittle, 5th round pick. Warner, 3rd round pick. Trust the organization.
Elijah Mitchell, 6.
6.
You're
Quan
right.
Jennings, 7.
We've got no right.
We have no right.
What is your name again? It's Michael.
Andrew.
Andrew, we've got really no business actually complaining. I don't know. Jake Moody at that point, I was looking for another position. Jake Moody's the best you could get as far as kickers, but I was just looking for another pick. I was looking for a tight end. Danny Gasparis says Latu was horrible. Okay, go ahead, fam.
I was saying Mitch Wisnowski, wasn't he a 3rd round pick, and we love him?
Yeah, because I remember he was he's 4th, wasn't he?
Was he 5th?
He wasn't 5th. We got him before that because everybody was screaming about us getting a punter at that point.
And he's been great for us. He's gotten he's gotten outside kicks that should have been blocked.
And
he's a rugby player
because he can move around as he kicks, and also. And
I'm pretty sure Jake Moody played rugby too.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get enough credit though for his tackling ability. That's Jake Moody. I mean, not Jake Moody, but if you come down the field and he's on the field, Mitch Witch is going to find you and he's going to stop you. That impresses me about him. Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's just I think overall we just expect those home runs like the Hawks, and I think the Hawks made a mistake drafting Witherspoon and all that. The problem with that is we played them 3 times this year, and they've allowed 180 yards average against us per game. They think a corner is going to help them, and in that regards. And then they don't address the D line. They think a receiver is going to help.
Yeah, right. This is somebody else pointed that out to Gene D, who's still running his mouth. That those guys are not going to stop Debo or CMC. So we're going to continue to do what we want to do as far as run the ball. And then, of course, that's going to set up the pass game. Kyle Shanahan's not going to do things to give you any kind of advantage. The only thing is going to help you with Kyle is if we don't execute the play.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Like that's the thing is with Kyle is Kyle doesn't need the best O-line as long as you have Trent, right? He can go around. He doesn't need the best running back unless you have of course we have a McCaffrey, right? Who can go with Mitchell and stuff. He can draft a guy. He can be a backup McCaffrey. He doesn't need an all-star receiver, right?
Yeah,
he doesn't need a DeAndre Hopkins. He doesn't need Devontae Adams.
He just needs guys who can do the X's and O's. He does like having one of the best route running wide receivers in the league with Brandon Ayuk. But then you got the gadget player in Deebo Samuels, and I bet you every team in the league wishes they had a Deebo Samuels. They complement each other. You got B.A. who does what he does very well, and you got Debo who also does what he does very well, and then you got George Kittle and Jawan Jennings. We have established a force on offense now with CMC to add to all of that, and I didn't even mention the best fullback in the NFL for years, Juice. We are so set offensively, it's ridiculous.
I mean, you can make an argument Juice might be like Taysom Hill, the ultimate gadget.
You got two OWs. You got 3 actually.
And
all of them.
Well, if you think about it also, which people are thinking okay, well, we don't really need there's no corners that we're interested in remaining, right? There's we got the safety, right? We don't really have to worry about D-line. We have so much depth there. We don't have to necessarily worry about linebacker. We'll go with Greenlaw and Warner, and
we
I
got the
trust
best tandem in the
we
league.
don't have to worry about receiver. Offensive line, we can handle from the Shanahan system alone. People forget Mike Shanahan didn't have the best offensive lineman, right, with the Broncos.
Right.
So the only thing remaining is get another tight end because this Ross Shirley project is over. He's not good. I'm sorry. And then we have the running backs. We can get any running backs you want. So getting a kicker, a safety, and a tight end. Those are the 3 things we would want. Why would we try to draft another corner with all the corners we signed?
Yeah, that's a good point. And they've got experience. And also, Steve Wilkes, if he thought that we needed something, he would actually say something to Kyle. I think he likes what he has. And he added Ji'Ayir, and I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because the frontline defense is going to make work less difficult for those guys back there in the back anyway.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
So, Andrew, what else you want to add?
Well, I just think overall I like what we did, and I'm seeing the other, going to draft is really only us and the Eagles, I feel like, and I think the Eagles drafting those 2 guys were really nice. But I think at the end of the day, if the only way we can lose is if we beat ourselves and our quarterbacks get injured. I think since Rodgers left, it's literally us and the Eagles.
Yeah.
I still don't think the Seahawks will always compete against us, but I think we'll go 6-0 in the division again. I don't think anybody can compete with our roster. McCaffrey restructured his contract. Ayuk picked up a 5th-year option. We're about to sign Bosa for a big payday. That's where it's coming. As long as we have Bosa, and now we have Hargrave and Armstead, our D-line's set.
And Drake Beelon's going to have a breakout year, Andrew. I'm telling you. We're
exactly. And we're not paying him that much. Think about it. We already got Warner locked up for a little bit. We have Kittle locked up for a little bit.
Yeah.
We got Debo, Ayuk's 1 more year. Juwan Jennings, we're paying $600K. I know that's still a lot of money, but compared to the NFL, McCaffrey, like you said, he restructured his contract, leaving $8.5 million of cap space. I mean,
That is
As long as we have
ultimate
Trent Williams, we wipe out one side. That's all
Mhm.
that matters.
Mhm. I'm not. We got Feliciano. I have a feeling he's going to start in some capacity. I like his veteranship, and I heard he's above average, if nothing else. So that'll be
Yeah.
fun.
Definitely.
Anyway, hey, Andrew, nice to meet you. I tell you, I'll be back
Nice to meet you
Sunday,
too.
and we'll give a grade for this entire draft. Then.
Sounds good. I'll definitely tune in.
All right, looking forward to it. Have a great night, Andrew.
You too.
Thanks. And Sharice, I'm glad you're here. Work Gene D. The man he's got to be worked. Boy, Gene, you better be glad I ain't got time to get your butt. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, I know the knee-jerk reaction by millions of us watching had to be the same. And the 49ers select Jake Moody. I've actually calmed down on that. I kind of like it now. Robbie was providing, but Robbie was providing returns. Jake's not going to put up with that. That ball's going in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, if people are worried about Robbie kicking off, why don't you just get Mitch to kick off?
See, I said that all last year. And the good thing about it is they didn't want to wear Mitch's leg out. I said, Mitch is a young,
You're not going to wear his leg out.
That's what I said.
Nothing
Mitch is a
wrong with it.
strong young dude. He's not going to wear his leg out to kick off 3 or 4 at the most times. The 49ers are going to give up a TD or whatever anyway. So and Mitch is going to do what Robbie cannot. If the guy gets past everybody else, he's not getting past Mitch. That's why I says, there were so many reasons to put Mitch Wisnowski back as a kicker, and he was doing it for a while. Year before last.
They should just let him kick off. You want kickers, Ronbo? Just come down here. We'll send them over to you. There's millions of them.
I know you do.
Because you guys in the NFL, they kick from right in front all the time.
Yep.
Right. Whereas in league, wherever you cross the goal line, that's where you got to kick the ball from.
So you have to.
So if you cross the goal line in the corner, then you can go as far back as you want, but you're kicking the ball from the sideline over the posts.
That takes some
Well,
time.
same with the penalties. Wherever the penalty's given, if it's given on the left-hand side of the field or the right-hand side of the field, and you go for a two-pointer or kick for goal, you got to kick from that spot. Because NFL, they kick from right in front.
Always in the middle of the field. And they always fight for the middle field.
Why don't these people just get a kicker from down here? It costs them bugger all.
Try
him out.
There's about 3 or 4 rugby league kickers in the league. You're right, though. I'm surprised there's not more.
No, but I thought they were going to go for O-line or something like that with a third-round pick.
Or tight end. We've all wanted a tight end, any of their left. And we got Latu when people are pissed off. I want to see him play. Because, you know what? He went to a school that is a manufacturing machine, for good offensive players. So I want to see if he's as bad as people think. Some people use the word horrible to describe him. Really?
Well,
I don't know.
The way I see it is this is how we feel every year. You know what I mean?
No, that's the gospel truth,
draft.
Tony. We complain about the draft every year, and we have all kind of guys that are doing a great job that we didn't like in the beginning.
Like the other guy mentioned, all the superstars that we've got that are 4th and 5th round picks.
Andrew, he went down a list that was taking a long time to get through, wasn't it? We complained about every last one of them. Who the hell's Dre Greenlaw? Hey.
Yeah.
I bet you know who he is now.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm done.
So
I'm done complaining about. No more.
It's funny, but you know what I mean, because we always whinge and whine and carry on. The draft. I should have picked this guy. They should have picked that guy. I should have picked. And then they coach these guys
and some of those guys suck. The ones that we said we should have got. I'm done complaining. I really am. I just had to wake up.
And like I said before, they've got to know. Well, obviously know something we don't, because we don't know how far along these guys are in a development room. You know what I mean? You got Nick Zakel there. You got who else have you got down there that they're developing? Poe,
You're talking about coaches,
Jackson. No, I'm talking about the players that they're developing.
Oh, yeah, Poe. You're right. Okay, yeah. Nice. No.
Poe, Jackson, Zakel. What about that other guy? We forgot all about him.
The defender that was ready to play last year. The defender, I forget his name. I always lose his name. He's going to be ready to go this year on the defensive line, and they say he's quick.
We've had that Gutierrez bloke for a few years too.
Yeah, Gutierrez has still been. I don't know what they think about him. He's been in the program now for, as you say, this is his third year, isn't it? So they're still working on him.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Huge. I mean, you see him standing next to Trent Williams. He makes Trent look like a little guy, man. I said, Jesus, Gutierrez that's a big.
Maybe they can use that guy.
Big man.
That guy. I'd like to see like big men like that. I don't know. Maybe my brain works more rugby league style, but I'd like to see the quarterback just hand that ball off 5 yards out to Gutierrez and see if they can stop him.
Especially when we only need 2 or 3 yards, and watch Gutierrez carry guys for wherever he's trying to go. Then even if it's only 3 yards or so, that's all he needed. And the guys are still hanging on as Gutierrez walks into the end zone. I'd lose my mind laughing. But you got a guy like
pull
that.
him across the line like a bloody prime mover. Like a big rig.
I want him growling as he's going across. You guys are hanging on. I'd be unconscious after about a minute. You guys can come down off of him now. You're not going to stop him.
Well, you see the rugby league scrum that the rugby league style scrum that the Eagles were doing in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. That was really popular last year with a few teams. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because you got in rugby league, you got 3 at the front, 2 in between those guys, and 1 guy, and they're simultaneously everyone's pushing at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like a battering ram.
It is.
You can't stop it.
Because the guy in the back weighs over 300 pounds, and he's pushing. He's got a guy standing next to him weighs the same amount of money. And now you got the guys in front pulling. That's worked, and the refs don't blow the whistle. They let that go.
Yeah. So, they've obviously found a way to exploit it. So
I wish they would use it more often. Tony, we're gonna have to go. Sunday, though, we're getting about grades on the entire draft, not just today, of which people are not happy.
Well, all I know, Ronbo, is they better be lawyers and doctors and have cognitive, thingos. Otherwise, they're not even going to see the field.
Get a dentist in there, too. All right, Tony, always a pleasure. I'll see you Sunday.
All right, brother.
Cheers.
Shout out to everyone, and see you in the next chapter.
All right.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Tony. And there he is. The head dragon of the dragon household. He is Papa. Dragon! Get in here, Pop. Papa Dragon. Papa. Papa D. Squidwell 865, an A+ on today's draft. Pop, where you at, Pop? Here we go. You're just in time, Jalen, because Gene D's out of control. Boy, look at him. Is Sam Darnold the opening day starter? Chuckle. Hey, Jalen, come on in.
Cardinals, y'all are relevant. Rams, y'all a joke. Seahawks threw the ball at the 1-yard line. That was a giant historical choke. Ronbo, before you even say anything, let me just get this out the way.
Please.
Rams, y'all won y'all first ring back in 2000. It took you 22 years later and moving into a whole nother city to win another one. Y'all can suck my balls. Rudy, you're crazy as hell. Gene D, you can't run from time, my brother. It's been 10 years since y'all been to the Super Bowl. Pete Carroll will not be here in 5. Ronbo, Pete Carroll is the oldest head coach right now in the NFL. He will not be coaching. He will not be coaching much longer. He won't. He will not be coaching much longer. Once Geno Smith's contract is up, Seahawks, y'all are in for a long, long time of misery. Misery. And then we got the Cardinals. We ain't gonna speak on them, but
no, we like the Cardinals. They're a quiet bunch. They don't run around bothering people.
But Rombo, I saw that I kept coming in here earlier in some earlier calls. Back when before the draft, I kept saying we needed a safety because what happens if Gibson goes down?
True,
I'm guessing the football guys must have listened to us. The football guys must have been listening to us because we took a safety with our first pick.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. I haven't seen the kid play before, but I'm looking for film on him and see like what type of safety he is. He more.
Yeah, he looks good. He's
he looks good.
Guy. Yeah.
Did he go to a like a D1 school, or was he?
Oh,
what school did he go to?
You know, I didn't. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? I got it right here. Go ahead and take me about 10 seconds.
Yeah, and then we took that kicker. I'm hoping this isn't Roberto Aguayo. Oh, that's not Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State.
Yeah, Ronbo, I hope with that kicker, this ain't Roberto Aguayo 2.0. Like
I know.
It's been that ain't it, Ronbo.
I'm telling you, he's got to be sitting in an institution somewhere taking medication. Because, I mean, Roberto never missed a field goal in college. And he went more than 1 year. And he got to the NFL, and he could not do it again. Could not put a tweet upright. And wow. He's just mentally dialed out. He freaked himself out. He is one of the best kickers I've ever seen. But he couldn't.
Can somebody keep a? I'm sorry to cut you off, Ronbo.
No,
can somebody in the chat? Can somebody in the chat keep a count of how many times Rudy says it's been 25 years or VHS since the '94? Now, if I had $1 for every time he said that same insult, Ronbo, that's the only thing that man can say. I come in here every day with new insults for the Rams, and all this man can say been since '94. It's been since '94. Dog, that's all you can say, man. This is why nobody pays attention to you.
I know, right?
This is why nobody pays attention to you, dude. You recycle the same joke over and over again.
It doesn't say that on Twitter.
You haven't beat us. I mean, like, this is embarrassing, dog. Just stop.
Yeah. Wait. You should see on Twitter, Rudy has this thing about how much we have bandwagon fans, according to him, that he shows an empty, sparse crowd in the stands in 2017 and 2016, whatever. And then we went and found, I think Tony went and found the Rams had the lowest attendance in 2016 in 25 years. I have waited for Rudy to come back and tell me about we got bandwagon fans in San Francisco again. Rudy, you know better too. I'm glad you know. Don't you live in glass houses. Don't be throwing no rocks. All right, go ahead, Gene.
Rombo, in our defense, for back in 2016, with that whole Kaepernick situation that was going on, it was kind of, people was burning his jersey. So, yeah, it was kind of, so I'm not surprised that the seats was empty during that season, just because that whole situation with Kaepernick that was going on. But anytime before then, Rombo, I've seen 49ers in the seats all the time. Let me tell you one thing you'll never see, Rombo. You ain't never gonna see a young Rams fan or an old Rams jersey. That's two things you'll never see. You'll never see a young Rams fan or old Rams jersey. That's something you will never see in your life.
I've been talking about that for years. I said, when's the last time you went and seen a Ram walking down the streets of L.A. with a throwback on? You ain't never gonna see it.
Ronbo, I've never met a Rams fan younger than 30. They don't exist. Those are real bandwagons.
Come on, man. Rams talking more trash and got no license to do so.
Yeah, Ronbo. I mean, it took me. I didn't even realize that it took them 20 years to win a ring. They talking about it taking us 20 years. It took them 20 years.
In 6
and
years,
moving to a whole nother city. They went to a whole nother city, Ronbo.
That's right. Moved out of LA.
That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Well,
it took y'all 20 years and relocating just to get one ring, just one.
Yeah.
Man,
They got 2 in 60 years. Okay, so
Ronbo, we got 5 and 13.
see, that's what I'm saying. You guys, them old relics, them antiques. Man, ain't no such thing as an antique Super Bowl. That's part of a legacy you guys will never ever
Yeah,
be
it's
able to
called
assimilate.
building a foundation. It's called building a foundation,
That's
Ronbo.
called
It's
legendary.
called building
okay?
a foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't
And
nobody
let's
worried
not
about
forget
that,
they
but
share a stadium.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Thank you, my brother. They do share a goddamn stadium, Ronbo. That's
They
embarrassing.
pay rent.
I can promise you, Ronbo, one of them teams are not gonna be here in 4 years.
Yeah.
One of them teams gonna have to go. And one of them teams gonna have to go. One of them LA teams gonna have to go. And I think it might be the Rams. Because Herbert, he ain't going nowhere. The Chargers might be all right. But
And the Rams,
Stafford,
they like to move.
ooh-wee.
See that?
Yeah, they get
Stafford.
passed around like the head chili at homecoming, man. Like they that's embarrassing, dog. They've been
Stafford's got
passed around state to state.
2 years max for Stafford. That arm is going to just quit. It might even end this year, or he gets
What?
traded.
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald might get traded, Ronbo.
No, Donald's going to quit. Aaron doesn't have to put up
Yeah,
with this. He was going to retire last year. They talked him out of it. So
I don't see what would want him to bring him back. I don't see why he want to come back, Ronbo. They ain't doing nothing. He knows what's up with them. They ain't going nowhere.
it's
And
going
they
to take
can't
one
even
more
tank,
5 and 12
Ronbo.
season. He missed time last year
They
for the first
can't.
time.
Damn, that's sad, Ronbo. How do you live with yourself like that? They can't even tank. You can't even be ass. If you be ass, you helping somebody else. God, that's gotta suck. Damn, that's gotta suck.
But remember,
my God.
Jen, remember the heroic night of Baker Mayfield in that winning touchdown against the Raiders. I believe that was that a Monday night or a Thursday night game?
It was a Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Rams fans are delusional, Ronbo. I'm not even speaking on I'll let time deal with the Seahawks, Ronbo. Because Pete Carroll is eventually going to retire. And once he leaves, I don't know who's taking over the Seattle River Ducks. I don't know who's taking over.
The rebuild is over. Oh, hey, Jalen, and you'll love this. Tom and Jerry says SoFi logo is spelled with an SF. Oh!
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. See, you see, Ronbo, 49ers, we got new content and jokes for the Rams every time. All the Rams can say, well, you guys ain't won a ring since 94. You guys ain't won a ring since 94. That's all y'all can say, man. Come up with something new. Come up with,
Please.
We need more. We need
You're
more.
boring us.
Please.
Give us something, anything. God.
How about y'all ain't beat us in the regular season since Colin Kaepernick was a top 5 quarterback? Ronbo, that's over 10 years
and they
ago.
didn't beat him then. Colin, we won that 2-14 that year. That was the Rams.
Just a joke of a franchise, Ronbo.
Jalen,
You can't escape time, Seattle. You can't escape time.
I'm going to see you Sunday and give you the holler right now. Continue.
Man, Ronbo, man, we still the kings of the West. Kyle and Nee need a 2-year rest. And Gene, D, and Rudy can keep on crying because the 49ers going to be the best. Let's not forget, everyone. Nick Mullen's first game of his NFL career, he beat the Raiders on national TV. This wasn't just an afternoon game you can catch locally in the city. No, everybody in the world from Taiwan to China saw this game, and they got blown out. Let me holler at y'all another day, man.
I'll see you Sunday. Boy, I tell you what, man. And let's check back on. Hey, Papa D.
Ronbo. Hello there.
There
Let's talk some football.
Papa.
Yes.
Well, Pop, and being a sensible man in charge, but one thing about Papa Dragon, he's always rational. And I lost my cool as soon as I heard the word Jake Moody, and now I'm back to reality. That was in my mind.
Yes, you did. You lost your goddamn mind. All of you guys, them long faces, I was laughing my ass off.
I mean, I needed some tissue. I was about to start crying.
When I was sitting there, you know what I said?
What?
I said, let me check Twitter real quick right before this pick. Right before the Niners pick. And guess who was on Twitter tweeting?
Big Show.
Jed York.
Oh. Because I know Big Show's a huge Jake Moody fan. What?
Jed York said, let's kick this thing off. Son of a bitch.
He's speaking subliminal messages.
I tried to explain to everybody. Everyone's draft board is their draft board. So I could be like
That's
really
true.
negative about this,
You
or I could be
explained that
very
yesterday.
positive,
It made
or I
sense.
can tell you what I know. This is what I know. Basically, where the 49ers drafted, they technically drafted in the fourth round.
Fourth round. I know.
Technically.
That's what
And they have no actual fourth round picks.
Mm-hmm.
So they really don't pick until the latter part of the fifth round,
Mm-hmm.
which means several of these players could have been gone because kickers have been going in, guess what? The fourth round. Right? So, first and foremost, we're going to look at it as the glass half full. And I'll probably get cut off. But first pick was an excellent pick. It was an un-49er-like pick. It was a fantastic pick. Okay? And I applaud the first pick. Okay? 10 interceptions in 2 seasons at Penn State. That is fantastic production. After Jaquiski Tartt dropped a game-winning interception, I don't think we'll ever see that type of a football player in the background again. I don't care if he runs a 4.9. Can you catch the ball? You're hired.
Yep.
Okay? That's number one. Number two, so was the number one safety on my board. Okay? Guess who the number one kicker was, Ronbo?
I can't imagine.
It was Moody.
Oh, surprise.
He was number one kicker on my board.
You know what? He was the only choice. Have you heard any other names that impress you? Jake stood out.
No, there's the Ohio State kicker. I forget his name. He was like my second kicker. But ultimately, you got the number one at 2 positions. And they're positions of pseudo need. Pseudo need means that they have somebody, but they're really not sure what's going to happen, right? You don't know what's going to happen with Gibson. You know, his old ass may just get a heart attack or something, whatever. It's the big one.
Leg just give out. Yep.
Exactly. You know, bunions may start hurting. You don't know. He's old. You know, so you don't know what's going on with that. The other kicker, I don't know what happened to him. He had to have a spinal replacement or something crazy. So, I mean, he's injured, so we don't know what's going on with him. So those technically, although there are better players available, are sound picks. They're sound. They're not exciting, but they're sound.
Can I just issue a public apology? I want to, for my reaction when the name Jake Moody was shouted out, I did act. I was really out of line. I do apologize. Okay.
Jake Moody he is an okay kicker based on what we know about kicking. Okay, but Jake Moody doesn't even practice kicking. He's a bookworm. He doesn't practice.
Really?
Yes. He doesn't practice. He barely warms up. He doesn't even know how to stretch.
And in that cold weather, you know, Moody kicking that ball as much as accurate as he does in that ice box in Michigan, I'm impressed.
And kicking in that particular stadium is very, very difficult. I've tried it. It sucks.
Really?
Yeah, the stadium, the architecture of it, the winniness, the updrafts, and it's difficult kicking there. Plus, you got like these really far hashes that they kick on in college. It's not easy, but it's pretty impressive considering. Now, if you look at numbers, people always look at numbers and they start to worry. Oh, the safety, he only runs a 4.7 or whatever. Jerry Rice ran a 4.7, and Emmitt Smith ran a 4.7. That's straight line track speed. What does it look like with the pads on? If you look at the film with the pads on, if the player's all over the place on the film, it's going to be very similar in the NFL. That's what I saw in Talanoa Hufanga. He was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He was everywhere.
He's a football player, fam. You know, they just know what they're doing
the
out there.
same thing with Brown. Yeah. Brown's everywhere. So it's a very, I liked him a lot. Very, very solid pick.
Wait, here's an observation. Michael Catanzaro says Moody would be as good as Tucker, the legendary Tucker of Baltimore. Boy, I want to see that.
Now, the tight end we drafted, I know a lot of people are upset.
They are.
They don't know who the guy is. Why in the heck did they draft him? Blah, 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 this. Maybe. No. This is why they drafted a player. Like, you don't draft finished products. You draft potential, right? So Cameron Latu is a graduate of Tight End University here in Nashville. So that means that I've seen him play.
Okay. All right. Tell us about it.
So I've seen him play via cell phone footage. So I can tell you that he is a fluid athlete. He's very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word that's kind of like, he's clever. He's clever in his route running and creating separation. He's wiggly.
Okay.
He's Gumby. Why else would a player like that average 14 yards a catch at Alabama? That's what his average was. Now, there's things he's got to work on. But I think from a catching standpoint, he is probably about as good as Vernon Davis when Vernon Davis entered the league, right? But he doesn't have the 4.3 speed. But he don't run at 4.78. He doesn't run that way. If you look at him in his routes, he is separating from cornerbacks and safeties like it's nobody's business. He's damn near uncoverable. Now, the flaws.
Music to my ears.
The flaws is that he does let the body, like Vernon used to, he lets the ball get into his body. He's also a little bit small, right? He's a little small, but he is as strong as an ox. He has got that Islander strength.
I was going to say, he's Polynesian, you know?
He has got that Islander natural, just man strength, okay? So trust me, if he drops a people's elbow on you, you're going to be hurting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the film, you will see a guy who gets in and out of his breaks like a wide receiver. He tries very hard to block. So what's going to happen in the NFL? They're going to put him on the weight program. He'll get bigger. He'll get stronger. But remember, we had a tight end run. He is the last tight end that I would have drafted on my board. Out of 12 tight ends, he was number 12. Okay. He was number 12. However, if he's not number 12 because he's a scrub. He's just number 12 because he's a little bit small and he's got to work on his hands. He's got to work on his blocking. But if he does that, you have yourself an excellent prospect, and you have a different version of like a George Kittle. That's me being optimistic. Okay. But that's what I saw out of him. Okay. And if you guys want to be mad about the pick, be mad at George Kittle. Because you don't think George Kittle sung his praises?
For setting the standard.
Exactly. George Kittle runs this team.
Bob, you know we got to go. But Bob, I knew you'd illuminate a bright light on everything that happened today. And good.
Just feel bad. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, we got a strong team. I am seeing teams close the gap, though, and I'm seeing, in my opinion, I think the Eagles have pulled ahead.
A lot of everybody's saying that. No,
in my opinion,
that's the numbers say that you're absolutely right.
Right. Yeah. Bob,
so we're not done yet, though. We'll see what our grades look like Sunday.
Oh, you know how I can't stand grading drafts because right now the draft that Trey Lance got in, because technically this is a part of it. That grade's not looking too good, Ronbo.
I know. Well, I'm just think positive, okay?
No. Be very positive. You got one really blue chip player. You got the best kicker, and then you have a tight end that is a freaky athlete. Right. No, he's not surfable. He is a freaky athlete. He is freaky.
I can't wait to
so he's got potential. Bob. He's got a whole bunch of potential.
I believe you too. All right, Bob.
And he's a graduate of IDU.
Give my best to the Dragonettes. I'll see you Sunday.
Yes, right. I will see you Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye, fam. Oh, Bob, he's always got good stuff to talk about too. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Rumble?
Bethel, we're doing well. We're doing well. You know, now that I've went through my moments of silly emotions, I realized that wasn't bad. You got a good safety. You got the best kicker in the game. I mean, best kicker in college. And you got Latu, who's going to show us why we're wrong about him, too. And yeah, right, that.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you a little funny story. Is that I was watching you, live and everything, and I kind of fell asleep and you woke me up talking a lot of, I'm like, what's going on? And then I looked in the TV, I'm like, oh, we drafted a kicker, and I hear you talking real mad. I'm like,
I mean,
Ronbo,
the timing is what got me. I think I don't have a problem with Jake. I just didn't want him at number 3. I didn't see that coming. The guy hit me like a truck.
Yeah, but I heard some people saying some stuff, and I think the reason why we picked him up so early is because, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, the Rams need a kicker also. And the Rams
so
have
many
a lot of
people who need
fourth-round
kickers.
picks. Yes. And we don't have enough picks to try to go up the 4th round unless you want to give next year's draft picks away.
Which I think they're going to try to stay away from that. I bet.
Yeah, that's why they drafted him out here. And then plus, I heard a little bit of interview that he gave, and he said that he'd been studying with Robbie Gould. He's been learning a lot from Robbie Gould.
Really?
And because of what he learned with Robbie Gould, that's why he was basically teaching his replacement, what to do, how to kick, and how to do it the right ways, because he's going to be in California. So that's another reason why we drafted him.
Wait a minute. Robbie Gould knows Jake Moody?
Yes, he does. He was learning from him. He was learning from him. He was with him, learning how to kick. And
when was this?
So he was learning a lot of pointing.
When was this?
After he was talking about it when they were interviewing him.
Okay, because Robbie, I don't know if Robbie. Did you think Robbie knew that the 49ers were going to pick him up, sealing Robbie's fate as a person that's going to be looking for a job now for sure?
Yeah, because he wants to be more closer to home. So he wants to get a team that's, close,
like
to
Chicago,
where he's at, and
Green Bay.
And so he might go somewhere over there.
Yeah, Robbie, because I don't know if he would have came back even if we wouldn't have drafted anybody. So yeah, he needs to be with his family. He wants to be with his family. Let him be with his family. Robbie did more for us. I mean, I'll never forget him. So we're fine.
Yeah, and you've seen what the Bears, going up, getting, players and stuff like that. So they're trying to build something over there, and you see, a lot of good players go, off the board. But if you don't, we have a lot of late, picks, so we can't.
And also, Bethel, that 3rd round pick was so late in the 3rd round. It might as well have been early 4th.
Yeah.
Jake was going in the 4th round. There's no doubt about it. And the Dallas Cowboys, and you mentioned somebody else, the Rams.
The Rams.
These teams desperately need a kicker, and we did too because we don't have one. We got Zane Gonzalez, but Zane has a lot of problems. There's other teams around the NFL too that you watch the game and you see the kicker kicking the ball. It's one of the worst kicks you've ever seen every time. And I'm usually laughing at that. And I'm always saying things like, man, I'm glad we got Robbie Gould. I've been saying that for years. As I'm watching other kicker just totally mess it up. So, I got to be happy about this. I am now.
Yeah, that's why I think Kyle, want to get this guy because they probably talked to Robbie Gould and, he's been learning from him. And if you're a good, you have a lot of experience, you give the knowledge to the next person and, he'll be a good, a player for, for you. So, and, that experience always helps out, because, once you teach somebody how to do stuff, he's going to be a little bit better. And, while you guys are, telling me that, he's been kicking the cold so much. Now he's going to be kicking in the heat. So now he's going to be kicking the ball a lot better. And also, when it comes to either playing people in the cold, he has that experience. He knows how to kick in the cold.
But when we travel to another city, but when he's in California or warm climates, Jake Moody is going to just have a field. He's going to love it. I can see him now running out on the field with short sleeves and shorts. Hey, Jake, where's your uniform? I can't get over this weather.
Yes. I didn't mind the draft picks because, like we always say, we always address, certain positions that you really need. And these are, places that we need it.
Yeah,
and,
kicker. We definitely need a kicker.
So,
and we definitely need a safety.
Yeah.
That's true. The 49ers picked up exactly what they needed. And we definitely need a tight end. I wish we could have got some of those other guys that left earlier, but Latu,
I know.
I'll give him a shot.
Some of those tight ends were pretty good.
Oh, man. Some of them, they're going to be monsters. That other guy from Iowa, Schoonmaker, I don't know. But the other couple of guys, oh, man. I said, man, that dude. Whew. Anyway, we'll see. Let's give Latu a chance. Well, Bethel, we're gonna go. It's getting late here really soon. Let's get together Sunday and we're gonna grade the whole thing.
All right. See, like Aaron Rodgers said, just relax.
Yeah, I know.
And let's go Niners.
Yes, they know what they're doing. Night, Bethel. Hey, Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Cody. I see y'all. All right. Hey, Ellis. Ellis, here we are, and we have not learned yet. I have gathered my senses, and I realized, stop crying. This is the 49ers have picked out too many players that we didn't know anything about, and they did. Who are we to question? I said that before Ellis says it. Ellis probably got lots of questions. Ellis, I'm just talking. What are you thinking?
Well, the only player that I hadn't heard of was the tight end from Alabama that we got.
I saw that. He was listed on some boards with descriptions. I didn't pay much attention though, because there's too many players to try to keep up with in the college ranks. But I see.
There was a lot better tight ends. I think we'll probably grab another one in the 5th round. That's just what I'm looking at, and then. But it was underwhelming. I mean, I think we kind of get this a little bit. We should be used to it by now.
It always seems that way, but
happened a few times.
Not always looking.
Yeah, because you see all these other teams getting these really good picks, and then it's like they're like, oh, I mean, think about when we drafted Mitch Wisnowski in the 4th round a couple years ago. Everybody's like, what the fuck is going on?
I thought trade was going to be sedated.
Yeah, and then we just drafted a kicker in the 3rd round. So, but to the point of Pop and I mean, it's just look at the logistics of it. We don't have any picks until the 5th round. So yeah, that safety that we got and the kicker would have been gone. The tight end might have still been around.
Yep.
I think we still could have got somebody better than that tight end. We could have got him. We could have got him in the 5th round.
You think so?
But
maybe.
We don't get to. I don't think we drafted a Bama player. I think the last time we drafted someone from Bama was Ruben.
Oh, that's right. I was trying to remember the same thing. Ruben is the last guy. You're right.
So he comes from a good stock. A great team with Nick Saban and just that whole brand and everything. So
and played against some tough competition every week.
Yeah, I just don't want it to be like a Levine Toilolo, I know Levine was really good at blocking, but we never got shit out of him. I just don't want it to be a Levine, Toilolo, Tulik 2.0 kind of scenario. I want us to be able to get a lot more out of this guy since we drafted him in the 3rd round. We got the greatest tight end in the league in the 5th round. So, I mean, it's just, I hope that the plan is to, have him as a protege and underling to George, and that he really is able to,
be that
evolve
other guy.
and really catch on quickly. You know what I mean? We can utilize him in a way. Because if you look at it, I mean, what's the difference between him and, what the hell is his name? Charlie Warner's good at blocking. He can catch the ball, but he just doesn't get many opportunities. But he's good at blocking.
Yep.
And then Ross Dwelly's really good at catching, but he's not really the best blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So what did we really get from this particular tight end that we don't get from the two that we already have? Like we needed somebody with that was a little more of a sure pick. So I think that's the only pick that I, kind of questioning right now.
You know what else?
We could have
that's
gotten
why
him in the
you
5th
expect
round.
it to
He
be
was
better
still
than
been
we thought.
available in the 5th.
Yeah, oh yeah. We got to be patient when they pick these guys because we don't really know why they picked him.
And we moved up real early. I think that the safety that we got, I don't think we needed to do that. We ended up I thought it was just one pick swap. Did we swap picks, or did we really give up 3 picks to get up there to get that safety?
Nobody's going to trade with you unless you give them a couple. You got to get at least 2 picks to him to go up.
Yeah, so we gave up 3 picks, so we lost a pick. Is that what the 5th and the 6th round pick, or was it a 6th and a 7th round pick that we gave up? Anybody know?
5th round
so
pick.
The 3rd,
so
obviously.
3rd switch is 6. I know there was a 7 involved as well.
It's probably a 5th or a 7th or a 6th and a 7th or something. Or 5th.
We only have
maybe
one
5th and a 6th. I don't know.
So I know it's a 7.
We had 3 5ths.
But I'm not sure. I bet it was. I know it's a 7, and it may have been 1/5. We got abundance of those too. So probably a 7 and 5 in exchange of the 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I didn't think we needed to do that. But getting the safety was a necessity. We needed that. I mean, maybe there's a bad taste in the mouth of the team. I mean, shit, we could have. Well, I don't know. What's this 3rd round pick going to get paid versus what Jaquaski would get paid? I mean, I hate to even bring it up because I know he kind of did us in, but
I got to look at that scale. I want to know what I don't even know what they get paid from 1st round to 7th round anyway. I've never really checked that out. I imagine the money does fall from one round to the other, but how much? So
maybe it's bad blood. Maybe it's bad blood, and then Jimmy's not there no more. It's not really the same anymore. I don't think Jaquaski would. I mean, he still got the team and stuff there and the guys. So the personal relationships he has with his teammates, I think he wouldn't have. Anyway, I don't know. I just hopefully this guy works out because that last Penn State corner we got, we didn't even get to see him do anything, and then he got picked up by somebody else who we drafted last year. I just want us to be able to draft these guys and them have a purpose and not just be camp bodies. And, because it didn't look like we went best player available. We're going specific needs and shit. And I just want us to be able to benefit from getting some of the better players that are available, and make a righteous, pick, pick them at the right time. But just, I don't know, man. I'm kind of 50-50 with it. But
and that's why you got to wait till the whole thing is over to try to grade what they're doing after 3 picks. It's going to fall short, so it's too early to assess.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
The
rest of tomorrow.
The kicker thing, I guess, is cool. I just the 3rd round, but like as we know, we don't have really an opportunity to get back in and do any moving and shaking until the 5th. So. That's, I guess it was just a necessity. It was something that we had to do. And then we also got to factor in who are we going to get that's going to do business with us and at the time when we need them to. So that might have been the only opportunity we had, a chance we had make some moves. And so we just had to kind of, take that on. But there's a video of John and Kyle justifying their pick, so I'm gonna check that out after I
That's
get
all
off.
right.
I hadn't had a chance to look at it. Yeah, you know them.
All right, Phil.
Yeah.
Shout out to
all
that
good,
squad.
though.
We're gonna go. I mean, Sunday we're gonna make a grade on this whole thing after we see what we've got here. And,
Yeah, and maybe we'll make a splash in undrafted free agency as well. And some of the latter picks, we can really get some real players. You know what I mean? That we can all feel comfortable with. But it is what it is. We're gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, we're still gonna win.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Ellis. All right, Phil.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the faithful, man. You hit that like, subscribe.
Thanks, man.
I know where you at, man. And
no, they're impolite. G&D and the Rams. They just running around leaving dirt on the floor.
Yeah, the Deuce.
Get out, Rams. Get out now. All right. Anyway.
The Deuce is back. I seen it. I seen him in the chat.
I know.
He finally escaped from Rudy's dungeon. All right. I'm out of this thing. Peace.
All right. Let's go check. Hey, Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Merrick, we're assessing.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing fine now after I got over being silly. There was nothing wrong with picking up the kicker. I'm okay with that now. And I'm delighted we got him. There's so many teams that wish they could have got him, I bet. So, we jumped everybody and got him. Good. Merrick, what do you think of though?
Well, I definitely think we need a kicker. I'm just hoping he doesn't turn out like Roberto Aguayo.
Everybody remembers Roberto. Nobody's going to ever forget him. Poor Roberto.
Well, he was drafted very high for a kicker, and he was terrible.
He was
I'm just hoping it doesn't. We
Merrick,
don't have
he
the
never
same,
missed a field goal at school.
Same fate.
I would have drafted him there too if it was an opening, and I really need a kicker, and I could fill my other needs with other picks. Roberto, he never missed once in college. Yeah, you pick him. Of course, you ought to be careful about picking him. Was that the first round or second round? Because he made history.
They picked him in the second round.
Yeah, it was made history getting picked that early. So hopefully we don't get Jake Moody doesn't do that to us. Otherwise, Merrick, what do you think?
Yeah. I think the rest of our picks are all right. I would have liked us to pick an offensive lineman, but oh well.
The best offensive linemen are already gone. The 49ers are not going to go after something they have already in camp and is already a leg up on them. So it had to be a first-round pick in offensive line, which, by the way, is next year. Watch. The 49ers are going O-line in that first pick because Trent Williams has got – they would have done it this year probably, but you cannot wait another year to replace or get Trent Williams' replacement in camp, on the field. Start grooming him right now to take over that left tackle spot. You put him on the right side for a while, but yeah, we got to get him.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
I think the tight end pick is all right. We could use a backup to Kittle.
I know, right? Do you know anything? Do you watch college football?
Not very often.
I can't wait till we finish here. I'm going to go and YouTube a Bama game. And there's a lot of people here that are livid that Latu is on this team. I said, what? I mean, I said, okay, but I don't feel that. I thought, good, he's from Bama. But some people think he's terrible.
Yeah, well, I was a bit worried when the draft people were saying that he has been injured. I'm like, oh boy, another injured player. Here we go.
No, really? Well, he is light. Well, he's not. You know what? 242, 6'4". I mean, tight ends, that's usually – George Kittle's about 6'4", right? I don't think he's 6'6". George stays somewhere between 245 and 250, I think. He's not heavy, but he is physical. Boy, I mean, George is the description of physical. Yeah, that's a tight end size. You want to be really, he can't be so heavy he can't move.
True.
So I'm not hating.
Safety pick is kind of meh. I know we need
Really?
someone to replace Gibson after this year, but I don't know if I would have taken the safety with our first pick.
He's he gets a lot of love. He's Penn State, all right, good school, good competition. I don't know what to think. As I say, these are the guys I'm going to go watch more film on. I want to see what they look like and as to why the 49ers picked them. You can watching more, you can arrive at a better reason why the 49ers might have done what they did.
Yeah. I was a bit disappointed we didn't get the tight end from Iowa. Because looking at his highlights, he just looked like George Kittle all over again.
Same facility, same coach. When they picked him, I said the same thing. What's his name?
I don't remember his name.
Is he Mayer? Okay, Kincaid, Mayer Schoonmaker. There's one more. Yeah, there was a five. There's 5 guys you really noticed, and
Washington was another one I wanted, but he got picked a few picks before.
Who? Did you say Washington?
Washington, the tight end. I forget his first name.
Maybe he's the 5th guy I'm thinking about. Yeah. So,
I think he was selected after we took our safety, so it was a bit disappointing.
Well, see, I didn't even notice that. I was talking to Tony. They picked a tight end after we picked our safety. That means, no, we picked 2 up after we picked up our safety as well. 2 was the last guy we picked up today.
Yeah, the tight end was our final pick of the 3rd round.
So we need to. I still think we need to wait. You don't know what Kyle has in mind for him, and why they picked him. Because usually when they pick a player that we've been looking for a while, the 49ers, they spent a lot of time looking into a tight end in this draft. And did Latu, is he the guy they were looking at, or did they settle for him, is what I want to know. Yeah, Darnell Washington. Thanks, Chase. Yeah, Darnell Washington is what you're talking about. That's a beast.
Yeah. I thought Denzel for a second. I'm like, no, that's an actor.
Darnell Washington. And we were just talking about him a little before he got drafted too. And in swoop, who was that that picked him up? Did Washington pick him up?
I forget who picked him up.
Yeah, I don't think. Oh, it wasn't the Eagles. It was a team that we don't really appreciate him being on. Anyway, as long as it's not the Seahawks, the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, he went to Pittsburgh.
That's what it was. Pittsburgh.
Darnell Washington.
See, they got a lot of big guys over there. Darnell Washington. You got that running back. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be okay. What else you thinking, Merrick?
Well, that's not much else to say.
Yeah, we'll have
I was
more,
hoping we would have traded up into the 2nd round, but
I know,
that
right?
didn't happen.
Then you can have any tight end you want, as long as you get there early enough in the 2nd round. We'll be okay. Remember, we do this every year. Oh no, Niners, and the next thing you know, damn!
Well, I am also
play.
just worried because some of our competition definitely got better, like the Eagles, the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's true. Did they get better enough, though? The Seahawks are going to be competitive, no doubt about it. The Rams, there could be 3 drafts this week, and they'd still would have a lot of work to do. So, and the Cardinals, they're another team that's in I don't know what function they're in right now, but I'm not concerned with them.
Yeah, the Eagles are the team, like the biggest worry, because they kind of they lost almost.
I know. I thought after they got rid of if they paid Jalen Hurd, I thought they were going to be in problem city. They're picking last in the round, and they're still doing great. God. Howie Weiss.
Well, thanks to trades, they had the 10th. They had the 10th pick in the 1st round. So they could take, a lot of good players.
I know. Anyway, we'll be okay. All right, Mac. I'll see you Sunday. We look over this whole thing and see what we got here. All right.
All right.
All right, Mac. Have a great night.
You too. Good night.
Night, fam. I can't believe it. It's Marketing Pro. Just coming fresh off his comedy skit. He's headlining at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. Hey, Marketing Pro.
Yo, Ronbo, what it do, player?
Yeah, it's sitting back here. I was complaining, but I'm delighted with what we got now. I know what you're
Well,
thinking.
delighted. I would say that is appropriate to say. With what was his name, Latu? That was just like the poor man's, draft pick. Y'all really wanted the tight end the Cowboys stole from y'all. I was watching the draft. That's when Kyle wanted.
Shoemaker.
But let's see what Latu. Yeah. What's your opinion on Latu? You think this guy's going to be the next Kittle?
All I know is from Bama, he's not going to be another Kittle. I'm pretty sure they got two different styles. So the 49ers add probably two or three guys, and my Latu was probably that one last guy they had in mind.
Man, but the 49ers really slipped. Y'all didn't get Avila. That's the best guard in the draft. You left him there for McVay?
I got guards. I need to tackle.
0 sacks allowed in his career. 0.
Do you know that we had a guy like that just in school from Vanderbilt? He had only a couple of sacks on his resume, too. And now Justin will be looking for a job. It doesn't mean anything at the college level.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy got that dog in him. I'm telling you, I was watching his highlights. McVay, the genius, did it again. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be a terror in the NFC West. He's going to be a problem for the 49ers pass rush. I already know.
Is going to have him on his knees begging for mercy.
And let me tell you, point number 2, why the Rams are back. We got Young. That cat is probably the top 3 edge pass rusher in the draft. He's got high football IQ, a great leadership, and he's explosive. He jumps right around the offensive tackles. Watch his highlights. I already see Sam Darnold crying. I already see this. So now we got Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? Now we got this Young on the edge, and we're going to attack that right side because that right side ain't right. You know that, Ronbo. Y'all didn't draft no offensive lineman with all them picks.
Listen. My offensive line is not that kind of bad. I could have brought something in to maybe if there was to improve it, but understand the offensive line I got has experience together. They will be fine. They're not going to be awesome or great, but they will be solid.
We'll see about that. I gave Kyle maybe a C- in his drafting today. Now You've only had one quarterback that survived the season. That was 2019. Well, maybe 2021, Jimmy was still, whatever. He was still hurt. Yeah. Look how Kansas City won the Super Bowl. They got a juggernaut of an offensive line, and they shut down the guy you guys paid from Philly. He couldn't even get to Mahomes one time. That's what the 49ers needed to do, but y'all didn't do that. Now, let me tell you this, because Marketing Pro know the score from the Big Orange to the Big Apple. The Rams are back. We on the attack. Our offense is stacked, and we're making a run. We're making noise in the NFC West this year.
You think so? The only noise you're going to be making is hollering and screaming from pain. Come in here! Oh, get him off us! Please stop him! Get him out of here! We're done! Give me a white flag!
The Rams last year, let me tell you where the problem started.
Please.
For Stafford. It was the guard position of the Rams. Yeah. The middle would collapse too quick. Now, you give top 5 all-time first ballot Hall of Famer, Matthew, Dimes, Stafford, even 4 seconds. He'll cook any defense in the league. You know that. Now, last year, he only had about a second to throw the ball, and that's where all the problems started. But now we got Avila in there, and Big Dog Akers got his head on right this year.
Yeah.
I got the Rams winning 12 games at
least. Hey, listen, if the Rams don't win 12 games, I want you to put on a 49er cap, take a photo, and post that puppy up.
Well, I will do that, but let me tell you, I won't have to because, the genius McVay, look at his resume. He's never had back-to-back losing seasons. Never in his history. Matter of fact,
we have one this year.
It was Kyle that was thinking about tapping out. Everybody was talking about how McVay wanted to quit. He said recently in LA Sports he never wanted to quit. He was just getting a lot of high-paid offers. That's all. So he's assured the Rams franchise he ain't going anywhere. Aaron Donald said he's locked in. And Dime Stafford is 100%. So we're right. We got younger. We got rid of Ramsey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're going to have $75 million free next year.
You think so? You know what? You probably should, but don't you guys still owe a lot of people money?
We ain't got to pay them back right now.
You know what? Me and my brother had a falling out that lasted 3 years behind that attitude. Man, because I ain't got to pay back right now, do you? No, you pay me back when you can. 3 years later, Kenny, man, where's my money? I thought I could pay you back later. 3 years, bruh. See, this is what I'm talking about. You cannot tell your players we'll pay you back later.
Well, hey, our owner got that Walmart money. He can even write you an IOU and you'll believe him. I mean, L.A. belongs to the Rams. L.A. slowly but surely taking over Southern Cal.
Fam, L.A. does not belong to the Rams. Number one, it belongs to the Lakers. Number two, the Dodgers. And then maybe y'all.
Well, Rams fans are historical in Southern Cal.
No, they're not.
Since the days of Eric Dickerson.
20 years you spent in St. Louis, and Mike, you're probably out of time. This is because you're hurting my ribs. You're making me laugh so hard. I gotta go.
Hey,
you gotta go.
Rams Nation, we back. What a draft.
Bargaining Pro, ladies. Okay, let's hey, Jack, is the other Jack? Jack.
Ronbo.
What's up, Jack?
Oh man, marketing slow, Ronbo. Marketing slow.
The dude, boy, he be running off some trash. God, 12 wins. If the Rams win 12, you know what? I'm gonna make a whole show and dedicate it to the Rams at the end of the season. Well, fam, the Rams won 12 games, and remember back during the draft when Marcus So came in and had everybody laughing to death about predicting a 12 win season? A lot of go to hell. They did. So today's show is dedicated to the Los Angeles Rams.
Don't even waste your time in making those shows for the Rams. They ain't even worth. They ain't even got a penny right now.
That's why I'm not worried about doing it, because I know it ain't gonna happen. 12 wins.
And LA do not belong to the Rams.
It for a long time.
Never. They're gonna be. Oh man, that stadium's gonna be pretty. Oh man, marketing slow. Rambo. Every year we go through this as fans. We wonder what Kyle and Lynch is doing, and we always question the picks they get.
We do.
And then we turn around and say, whoa, what a wonderful pick they did.
See?
I
pull back. I hear you. That's exactly true.
I was looking at that Georgia team, and everybody said that the Eagles won the draft. And, man, first of all, their quarterback was 26 years old over there. 26 years old. And then when I looked at the defense, it was like they were playing against 17-year-olds over there. Those guys, anybody you get out of the draft is yet to prove. They got a lot to prove. So you never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
So you can't say the Eagles got great picks or not. We gotta see it on the field.
It's got to be tested. Absolutely.
It's got to be tested on the field. It just looks good. Those guys that was on Georgia team, they were like men playing against little high school players. So I can't say anything about those picks they picked up. And
not
as far as
conclusively, no. No, so you got to wait.
Yeah, I can't say nothing about our picks. You know,
Yeah,
everybody's pretty much back to square one. You know, we got a great roster. We just need some complementary picks to,
We
you
got
know,
proven talent
maybe get some depth. So
on our team too. We know who they are, and we know what they're capable of, and what they can get done. So right, and we lost Robbie, so we had to do something. So,
yeah, we had to
you know,
do something. I mean, the thing is, you know, if I think a couple callers before Marketing Slow said that you know,
what he said,
that he didn't really like the safety that we got, or we gave up too many picks, and maybe we should have moved into the second round. Well, what would have cost us to move into the second round?
a lot more than
To
what we
get
paid.
who?
Yeah. Ah,
To get who? How many picks we got this year, Rambo?
11. We
11.
gave up
We don't
3,
need
4,
11
5.
picks.
Yeah, well, that's why I keep telling you we don't need 11 picks.
We don't even have the money to get 11 picks. I think out of the 11,
That's
we
true.
probably get 5.
I mean, that's all you need. They're not going to make the team.
5 picks.
Why ruin that kid's life? Let him go somewhere where maybe he can win. He can't win against the 49ers camp. We got too
This
much.
team is so skilled. Ain't no rookie coming in here and taking nobody's job.
Even Ji'Ayir,
You
he's
know,
going to sit behind Gibson unless Gibson gets hurt.
Man, if he can beat Gibson out, I'll be very happy. But even
all
at
of us
that,
would.
that's like I don't even know. That's a long shot.
It is.
We have some safeties. I think we picked last year. We picked up or on the free undrafted. They barely made the team, or they on the practice squad, Rambo.
It's funny you mentioned their names because I read some names that I didn't know who they were, and I went and checked out. One of them is a safety.
There was a kid that I really liked out of Texas A&M that we picked up. He was very physical. He showed a lot of things that I thought I would have liked him to step on the field. He never even stepped on the field, Rambo.
It's rough out there. You know, kids coming in.
Gibson is an old dude. Gibson is an old man in the NFL, pretty much, almost. You know, and that kid couldn't even beat him out.
Yeah, they're going up. You got kids going up against grown ass men that have been in the league for
Come
a
on,
while.
man.
It's tough.
So you know, as far as the picks that we picked up, you know, I just can't wait to see it. That's the exciting part about it. But I'm not going to start judging our GM and coach, defensive coordinator about who should have picked, and we should have got somebody and trade up to the second round. Man, we would have really got rid of all 13 picks to get in the second round. I mean, that's really a pull. We're reaching. We don't want to be reaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and how many times have we done this and we enjoyed the pick later? So I realized that after I got mad about Jake Moody. I'm not doing that again. Whatever they get.
Nah, put it this way.
Yeah, they know what to
in
do.
the NFC, you know, Rodgers left, even though we owned Rodgers for many years. So that wasn't even nothing to be worried about. Now he's gone, and there's nobody left but Hurts, and he's really unproven.
Well, he's got a good supporting cast.
He got a good supporting cast, but
I think it's going to be the Eagles and 49ers again at the end of the season.
I think that's going to be the two teams in the end of the season that's going to meet each other.
Wait, we left one team out intentionally. And the
Cowboys. What team is that? Cowboys. Oh man, Rambo, listen here, man. If they don't draft a quarterback, they real stupid over there. They don't need to worry about nothing else. They need to draft a quarterback because Dak had enough years to prove himself, and he still ain't. He can't put a bunny out of a hat yet.
And he's going backwards. He's supposed to be getting better now, and he went. I mean, Jack looked awful. So.
And what they picked up, they put up Cook as a second receiver. Come on, Rambo. Why are we worrying about the Cowboys?
I'm not. I'm joking. I said the Cowboys would be in the mix, but they're not. So it's Eagles, 49ers. Look out for Detroit. I was worried.
Yeah, they're
Detroit
they're a good team. Yeah.
Yeah, they got my attention last year. Now they're
they're
really
in the trenches. They win in the trenches. They got a good motivator over there in the coach, and they win in the trenches. And and they proved themselves against Green Bay last year.
Oh yes.
But even Detroit is a reach to get to the NFC championship game. That's a reach.
Experience is going to be their problem. We're going to beat them if that's what it comes down to. So, you know.
And you know, the only thing that you can question on the 49 roster right now is the quarterback, which, you know, that's
we don't know who it
probably
is.
The most important piece.
Yeah.
But I really think that, you know, Darnold ain't no slack, man.
Yeah,
you know, I'm down here in Southern Cal.
Yeah,
I see he got a big arm.
Yeah, he's in a lot of
disrespect. And if he can go down,
he's not as bad as
if he can read, if he can make two or three reads, I think he'll be okay in this offense.
Yeah, he was running in Carolina last year and it looked sharp. I didn't know who it was. That's Sam Darnold. So that's why Kyle went and got
defensive coordinator. We got his defensive coordinator from over there. We got McCaffrey from over there, so he's familiar with a couple of things.
And McCaffrey said nothing but good things about him, so he's already got McCaffrey, and his Frank Gore is saying wonderful things about him. So, you know, Trey's got to bust butt to beat him. I see that now.
If Jimmy Garoppolo can do something in this offense, I think Sam is smart enough kid to get something done, Rambo.
Yeah, because I understand he's had a lot of injuries down through the last few years. And also, you can't switch a coach every year and expect a kid to grow. So we'll see.
And you know, we're saving a lot of money there because I think that our highest paid quarterback right now is $4 million. So we can do a lot of things. We might do another trade in the middle of the season before we get in the playoffs. Right. So I think everybody just need to strap on their seatbelt, get them a nice Coke and some popcorn or whatever the hell else you need to do, and just enjoy what's going on because we got a wonderful season coming up ahead.
We do.
It ain't no team that
we'll be fine.
It ain't no team out there on the NFC right now that has a promise, that has a season that's coming up that looks kind of promising, like the 49ers right now.
Absolutely, except maybe the Eagles, but they're in the NFC East. Fam,
the Eagles.
We got to go, and on Sunday we're gonna give a grade on all of this and see what we got.
Yeah, we're gonna give a grade, Rambo, but everybody needs to chill out, relax, man,
and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, enjoy the ride, man. But the Rams ain't winning 12 games. The Rams are not winning 12 games.
Amen.
You know, marketing. I think crack is back in effect, man. I don't know what's going on. You know, that's he. Put the pipe down, marketing slow. Put the pipe down, man. Anyway, I got you guys. All right, Rambo. I'll talk to you Sunday.
Appreciate you, fam. Always good to hear from you. Talk to you later. Be back Sunday if you got time.
Yeah.
All right. Night, fam. You got to admit, as I said, on his comedy tour, he took a few minutes out just for us, marketing pro. Tony! Another big fan. Marketing pro, you got plenty of fans with your crazy self. Tony.
Marketing slow, you're delusional, and like Ronbo said, keep doing the comedy circuit, but lay off the drugs. Cocaine and alcohol are hell of a drugs. Ronbo, your fans, boy, they going off about that kicker.
I know, right? I'm not going to get involved this time because, you know, every year I get mad with everybody else about the draft, and then a few weeks later, oh man, I didn't know he could. Well, you know, but I never heard of him. I ain't going through that anymore. I'll just sit back and be quiet. I'm done. I ain't saying nothing else bad about the picks.
I've seen him kick. I watch college football. He's a good kicker, but I think you guys could have got him later. You know, I don't want to criticize. You could have got him later.
That's the biggest gripe. It's not about his skill per se. It's about when he was picked and could we have went and got somebody else that we could have used.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to one of my chats tonight, Ronbo, and I like to live and let live. You know me, I like to joke around, clown around.
Yeah.
I gave the Falcons a D- on our second round pick, a D-, and I should have gave him an F because we took the eighth best offensive tackle in the draft, the kid from Syracuse in the second round. We traded up from 44, if you've seen it, to 38 with Indy. We traded up.
What was his name?
We had 2 fourth-round picks. Now we got 1. We gave Indy our first fourth-round pick and switched second-round picks.
Yeah, what was his name? What was his name again? What?
I forgot the guy's name right now.
Is he the guy Osiris?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's him.
He looked pretty good. He played left tackle at Syracuse. we're gonna move him inside the left guard. But Ronbo, when we traded up to 38, 6 picks into the second round, Ronbo, all the centers had not been drafted yet. 2 of those centers can play guard. The Tipman guy from Wisconsin who went 5 picks later.
That's the guy
And
Tony was asking about. You guys picked him up.
Yeah, well, we didn't get Tipman. I wanted Tipman
Oh,
from Wisconsin.
okay.
I wanted him. Ronbo, he plays center and guard, but he plays center. He's like 6'5". The way he gets off his man and gets to that second level, I love it.
But
we didn't get. We could have got him, and then we could have got the Torrance guy, Osiris Torrance out of Florida, the top guard in the draft, had not been taken, and we passed on all of them. I don't understand that.
See, you'll better understand later. It's like every year, everybody watches other players being picked up, and you scratch your head from where we sit. But in their war room, supposedly, they got something else figured out. Now, we wouldn't got Ji'Ayir. Brown, I'm not sure. Was he the best safety at that particular time? Steve Wilkes picked him out. I trust Wilkes because I understand he's
pretty good.
This is what he does.
The Penn State kid.
Yeah.
Penn State kid. He gets interceptions, Ronbo. He makes plays.
See, that's what we need. We haven't had a playmaker like that. True.
Yeah, he's the in my athlons, he's graded as the 4th best safety coming out. He was 4th on my chart.
So he will be the king of Madden next year, I guess, right? Because stats work. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ronbo, that tight end, y'all could have got that tight end, the one from Georgia. Y'all didn't pick him.
What's his name?
I forgot his name too. He slipped. For some reason, he slipped in the draft. I'm gonna pull him up right now. For some reason, he slipped.
Some of these guys have
I think Buffalo
baggage.
picked him up.
You know what? I think some of these guys have baggage, and they get themselves into trouble during interviews.
Sure. Yeah, something was going on for him to slip as far as he did, and we don't know what it is. But
that big offensive tackle is still out there too.
Yeah. What's
come?
that kid's name?
Darnell
Washington.
Yeah. No, Darnell isn't.
You talking about
Dewan.
Yeah, the right tackle.
Yeah.
One is about 6'8". Jawan.
Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Jawan Jones.
Yeah, why is Jones
Jawan
still
Jones
out there?
out of Ohio State.
49ers
Jawan
had him
Jones,
on.
Ohio State.
Okay.
Yep. He's the 4th rated as the 4th best tackle in the whole draft.
See,
he's still
I
out
seen
there.
him on the 49ers list. They had a visit with him. So why didn't they go ahead and get Dewan, knowing how bad we need a right tackle? I don't know.
Yeah. And I just, I know we worked out Osiris Torrance, but they were saying in my chat that, well, he probably didn't fit the scheme of the Falcons is the reason why we didn't like something similar to what you're saying.
Yeah, see, a lot of these things they factor in. We don't know what the variables are that they use to come to some of these conclusions because we sit here and we look at talent, but we don't know that he may have robbed a liquor store an hour before the draft or something, I still wonder sometimes because, it just character plays a big part with the 49ers. I don't know about the Falcons. Don't they look at the same kind of thing?
Oh, yeah. We don't put up with non-character guys. That's why I didn't know the kid, Bijan Robinson, the running back, great kid, Ronbo. He could do speaking engagements. The Texas running back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, real good kid. I can tell his parents raised him right.
Yeah. There's
Real
been a
smart
couple.
young man.
In the first round, there are a couple kids that they're really super cool. I said, I was thinking the same thing you're thinking. Good home raising. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ronbo, those tight ends started falling.
Oh, quick.
Let's see, Musgrave from Oregon State went to Green Bay in the second round.
Jimmy got a tight
I
end.
saw your
Over
the guy you like, Shoemaker, went to Dallas. I'm like, ain't that a bitch?
The Raiders picked up a tight end, too. What was that dude? I wanted him, too.
The Raiders picked up the best tight end in the draft, Michael Meyer out of Notre Dame.
See what I'm saying? I said, oh, man, oh, my God. 3 guys I know I could recognize immediately as good picks.
Y'all should have called the Falcons, tried to trade up.
You know, the 49ers made their one trade up. They might do it again. I don't know where they'd be going though, because now they've got 1 6th-round pick. We got 3 5s. I guess you can get rid of some of those 5s and see if you can get a 4th. 2
We don't
5s
have
and a
any
6.
6th-round picks. Yeah.
2 5s.
We
and a
got 1 4th, 1 5th, and 2 7s. That's all we got.
Mm. Well, you guys have used a lot of. You had a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round pick, right?
Yeah, we drafted that defensive end from Ohio State. I'm not too mad about that one, but my people are pissed off about that pick. But he'll be okay. He'll
Tony
develop
said
his
good things
tech.
about him, as I remember.
Yeah, I like him. Because he'll be in a rotation. Or he'll be the 4th guy. You got Grady Jarrett and Calais Campbell and Taquan Graham under your wing. He'll be fine.
And learn how to be a pro, and before you know it, taking somebody's job. So
he'll be in the rotation. He'll get reps.
Yeah, you got to be patient with the draft. Don't. Some people think as soon as he gets here, plug and play. No. You bring him in. You let him work. See what you got. If he's ready, he's ready. If he's not, you got another year to get him ready. I expect some of the draft picks we had last year.
Plug and play. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
There's only certain players that plug and play.
Yeah, it happens. It's a rarity. It's not common. So, some of the guys we got last year. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Zach Harrison, he's the 7th best defensive end in the draft. We got him in the 3rd round. He got 2nd and 3rd round grade. We got him at pick 75.
See?
So I'm not mad at that.
So, people got to be patient. Get mad? Wait a minute. Even Drake Jackson ended up not being all that last year. He was okay in the beginning. He has made several good plays, but he wasn't ready for prime time. His body gave out on him.
That's a good football player.
I know
seen him. That's a good football from college. What I've seen the last 2 years before in 2020 and 21, he's gonna be a baller for y'all.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got to figure out the pro game.
I said it 2 weeks ago. I said, guys, I'm telling you right now, Drake Jackson. I'm calling his number right now. Drake's gonna have a year. He's getting himself into shape. He knows what he's got to do to be able to sustain the same level of play all year long, all football season long. And I think he's going to be special. I can't wait to see him.
And Ronbo, I cracked up when earlier in your chat you said you talk about you were answering Gene D. So Gene D, you bragging because they have had a good draft. He said, but y'all got needs. We don't have needs. And then I put in the comment. I followed you up. I said, Gene D, the 49ers are established powerhouses, what we're all trying to get to. Right. Your team has needs, and y'all are needy. I put needy in capital letters. I said, y'all are supposed to have a good draft because you're needy.
I mean, pointing and laughing at the 49ers picks. And you know what? We don't need a lot of picks, Gene. What we need is we build our depth and build for the future. But we're not trying to put together a team like the Hawks and the Rams are. It's not going to work, by the way. Those guys aren't seasoned. They're not ready.
But I tell you what Seattle did do with PD. Now they got a 2-back system with Charbonnet and Walker from last year, both second-round picks.
Running backs.
They got the best receiver in the draft. JSN kid from Ohio State.
Yep.
That was a good move.
And you know
but
something?
Let's see if what's his name, Geno Smith can adapt to having all those weapons.
Yeah, because now you got Tyler, you got Metcalf, and you got that kid that they just picked up.
JSN.
And the nice thing about it is running backs, excuse the pun, always hit the ground running.
So Walker had 1,000 yards last year. You got Charbonnet. They got them 2 tackles from last year. I was impressed with their 2 offensive tackles. I'm not gonna lie.
The Hawks used to be the worst at drafting too. All of a sudden, they got better the last 2 years.
But Ronbo is something that they still didn't address, and you and I said it last night. They still didn't address that defensive line. They can't stop the run.
Hey, we gonna run on them. We definitely gonna run on them. That's what we do. Wait, you play the Hawks this year?
I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule.
Because you guys will run Bijan and that other running back you had from last year. Good, because Bijan, you got your CMC, and you got the other kid. It's just flat out good. I mean, he wore us out.
And here's the kicker to that, Ronbo. Did you know that Bajan was the best back in college football last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the year before, Tyler Algier led the nation in rushing and 24 touchdowns. So we got a double dynamic duo at running back.
And you got my draft crush over there at tight end. Damn it.
Yep.
God.
And I think Seattle's the lose. I understand that they feel their needs. They got that corner I like. Witherspoon, he's gonna be bad. He's very physical for 180. But Ronbo, I have to say it again. Christian McCaffrey hit him with a couple almost 200-yard games. Josh Jacobs hit 229 on him. Cordell Patterson got him for 161. Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard for Carolina both went over 100 this range. They have not addressed that.
And they drafted quarterbacks. They say, well, Jamal Adams would have been here. No, I mean, Jamal is going to make maybe 5 games, okay? That's what he does now. He gets hurt.
And when that Thunder comes running at Jamal Adams, he's going to be like Deion Sanders. I'm going to make a business decision. Get out the way.
Tony, we got to go. I'll be back Sunday, and we can surmise all of this draft weekend.
Yeah, and Texas, boy, I gave you credit. Y'all had a nice draft so far. I like all of their picks, the Cowboys, but you still got the Achilles heel.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott. When he releases the ball.
There, Dak Prescott. He's back. He's got thrown. Oh, picked off, and it's going to be a 6.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, just tell your defensive staff, okay, we're playing Prescott. We're not gonna play man to man. We're just gonna play zone. Sit back and don't get out of your zone because the ball gonna come right to you.
Because Dak is so arrogant that he believes that he could put that ball into 2-inch windows. And and that thing when he did against the Jaguars, I said, that was just, if I was a coach, I'd tell Jack, you do that one more time. I'm telling you right now, I will bench you. That was, Dak, Jesus Christ, who are you throwing to? Oh, I'd have been pissed.
Yep. A 5-year veteran making a rookie mistake like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you what, Tony, have a great night. And I won't be around for the draft tomorrow, but I will see you Sunday. All right.
God bless Ronbo. I'm going to critique the draft tomorrow, and then we'll talk shop on Sunday, the aftermath.
Looking forward. All right.
Good
night, Tony. The day 3 is usually just a go fast ticker tape reading things and this just in type of thing. So it's not really going to do a lot of that with that. Also, I got tied up with some other things I can't get away with that early in the afternoon. So, tell you what, we'll see you Sunday, though. We'll talk about it and say things like, oh, man, give us a B-. And then all of a sudden, 2 months later, damn, man, we got this. So you got try to stay weary of that. Don't judge too quickly. Please, don't forget to subscribe, fam. Thanks. Hit those likes. I'll see you Sunday. Can't wait. God, do that 5 times a day. It's good for you.